What's going on, guys? We are back for session 32? Yeah, session 32, I think, of Lordly Caliber, everyone's favorite Pathfinder RPG that doesn't get content ID'd for using N64 music. We're joined today, again, after like 20 sessions. I'm bad at remembering sessions, is what I'm learning today. We're joined today by Adam Spain of the Inn of Planar Crossroads, who reprises the role of Qazah the Colorful, the Munavri, overpowered, I know, right? Paladin, swashbuckler, magus, multi-class extraordinaire! Regardless,
and monk.
And monk, yeah, you gotta get that charisma to saves, I guess. Let's get that D. I'm just gonna roll a D3, because I had 3 players last time.
Get that D.
For in-character reflections. Lucia, Qazah, Francis, assume you have your hero points.
Nice.
First up will be, I guess that's Xandu. Yes, sir, Xandu. In-character reflection for your hero points, sir.
Well, things are looking pretty bad up top. There's snow everywhere. I suppose the world's... I know I keep saying this, but the world really is coming to an end, is what it looks like. I would rather not have to use this demonic metal snake construct, but seeing as the dire situation that we're in, I don't really see too much of a choice. I hope we can find some way to get past those posters as well.
Fair enough. Take your hero points, sir. And I should note, I didn't note it last session, the diadem that controls the Viper is a head slot item. To wear it is to not wear your charisma headband.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a little like circlet.
Someone else. Yeah.
Quick, pass it to a non-caster. So we're gonna do evens, van, odds. Joe. The dice have spoken. Joe, Enderling's reflection for your hero points are.
Enderling right now, he's dealt with a lot of stuff yesterday. Not yesterday, but like over the past few hours. He doesn't know what time it is, frankly. And the fact that someone who could claim to follow a neutral good deity would just hang up innocent people like this just angers Enderling beyond comparison. Well, he's been more angry recently, but this is just something else to get enraged about. And the least he could do to make up for such atrocities is to assist these people in reaching some sort of afterlife that they deserve. Right now, Enderling's hopefully dealt with everything he can deal with right now and is ready to kill the people responsible.
Alrighty, take that hero point, sir. Van, the man who had his homecoming last session, Hogue Mahone, take us home.
Well, talk about all your friends turning a cold shoulder on you. That's not what I was expecting, but it's pretty brutal and cold up there. And downstairs, well, warmer. I mean, I guess we got to warm ourselves up killing a troglodyte, and you know, I'm happy to give Xandu the control of that snake, because, you know, I don't need any more jokes about, you know, for a halfling, that's a mighty big snake you have there, and that kind of thing. So I'm still trying to figure out how we get out of that one damn house. We got to find another way up and away from those flyers. We got to find out who's true to Taldor, even if you know who the true patriots are. There's got to be some here, because we're proud in Casimir of who we are, and you know, we're not going to let some kind of Cheliax driven emperor or whatever, you know, it's puppet our homeland. So, but God, I gotta get something warm to wear.
Guys, gotta get something warm to wear. Take that hero point, sir, and let us transition. The bad part about GMing when it's not a house divided is I have to transition both the players on Roll20 and you guys over here in YouTube land. We're over here. Ignore the giant tentacle monster you see because the giant tentacle monster is not there. It's hard to find Darklands maps that aren't just like random drow running around. So as I said in chat, you guys can't see it, so I'll say it here. We're going to pick up immediately from last session when Xandu and Pogue returned from fighting that troglodyte. For the sake of brevity, I will say that we had said last session that Francis had left with Silas and continued moving north. Francis returns. Francis returns with a familiar face. That familiar face, of course, being Qazah. The floor is yours, gentlemen.
Look who I found!
Tommy, I think you might. I assume Lucia is with the group, right?
Yeah, unless you don't want to be.
Oh, okay, just still checking.
Alrighty.
To correct, I think you mean look who I found, considering you were lost down here without me.
Burn.
I didn't get lost.
We got here just fine without you. How did you get here without us?
I used to live here.
Long time no see. So how are you faring?
Do I see her? Do I see her dragon?
Zombie?
Yeah, I would assume. I would assume so. Am I Raven familiar, which is a imp?
Alright, so he will just. Does Qazah know about stuff with the bone chip and things like that?
Yeah, you do.
Alright, then he would not even... Yeah, he would not even look at Miss Cheliax. He would probably just like... So, how is everyone else?
An important distinction that I should make really quickly. Francis, do you want Deneb and her Oakleshi to return to Corganbeer with you, or go with Silas?
Well, I feel like it might be prudent to... Well, Silas has a better idea of how to teach her than I do, because I would just teach her the way that he taught me. So where would he go with... Where would she go with Silas?
Silas is going to southern Kyanin, where once lived the Demon Lord Tree Raiser. With Ularix and his horde of lizard folk and giants and stuff, he's going there to try to fix the lizard folk are cold-blooded and dying in Fimbulwinter problem. From there, you assume if he's got your apprentice, he'll probably tag up at some point.
Mm-hmm. And do I believe that she can help him? She's clearly very talented.
Yeah, she could. It's more of an issue of, like, the Darklands are not safe at all, and both Lucia and Francis both would know during the 2 months of you guys traveling with that army, you guys were watched. A lot of drow and a lot of Jurger and a lot of, like, aberrant spooky ookies from the Darklands watched the party and the entire army move through. They didn't attack because there's a whole lot of you. Now there's 6 of you. Well, 7 and a zombie dragon, but you get the idea.
I mean, there is also Yarva as well.
And Yarva, yeah, okay, and Yarva.
And a snake.
Threatening as Yarva is.
A true warrior. You guys do have that Abercarn Viper. It will follow the commands. Whoever wears the control diadem, I'll leave it to you guys. I made a token for it for combat. It's nice. Abra like the Pokemon, Karn like the Planeswalker, all one word, Viper.
So the snake, it's with us at the current moment.
Again, it's following whoever's wearing the diadem.
Okay.
You guys,
yes.
you would know because we figured it out a session ago that I have a lot of tabs open and I'm trying to find the monster codex. Okay, here we go. The Abercarn Viper is a construct. There's demonic runes all up and down the brass body of this thing, and it's made to just follow and protect to the death whoever is wearing usually a drow matron of some like noble house. In this case, Xandu for now.
Yeah, Xandu will take the diadem off and put his other thing back on.
Alrighty. when that happens, the Viper just kind of like, it doesn't attack, I won't say that, it just kind of like goes to rest.
Xandu, what do you have there?
A diadem?
Would Lucia know what it is?
Yes, because it's been explained by Xandu at some point, probably. Because you were there in spirit as we were identifying it.
Okay. Xandu, so one of us should have control of it. I will not touch it due to its demonic magic nature.
Also, you will lose your intelligence headband if you wear the diadem, because you can only have the one.
Yeah, true. True. I mean, in character, Lucia would simply refuse it outright because diabolic magic and demonist magic do not mix.
Well, I don't think anyone here isn't wearing a headband of some kind.
That's probably the case.
Maybe.
I don't think I am.
Everyone looks awkwardly at Yarva.
Hard no.
Hell no.
Hard kibosh on that.
Yeah.
Hell no.
I would imagine Yarva would just say, nope, I'm not dealing with demon magic.
If that's what you tell him to do, he kind of just is a very dyed-in-the-wool follower of you.
Yep, I am just thinking what Yarva would do. He have enough to deal with undead magic in him. Demon magic is another thing he doesn't want to deal with.
Fair
knowing
enough.
his personality type.
So,
I understand.
Who said that they don't have a headband?
Pogue.
Or head slot? Pogue?
Yeah, just Pogue.
Do you think you could manage to control this thing, Pogue?
I've controlled snakes bigger.
Yeah, that I both don't believe and am strangely curious of.
I'll tell you over a beer sometime.
Xandu will hand over the diadem to Pogue. I don't think Xandu ever paid Pogue back.
Well, you are now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think this would make them pretty even, given how much that thing is worth.
It is a CR13 construct.
Oh.
Yeah.
Its link is in the chat on Roll20.
Excuse me, Pogue has allergies today, so if he inopportunely mutes, that's where it is, confirming Sterling. So let's see what we're looking at here. Well, okay then.
Yeah, you're looking at a creature individually more terrifying than any of us.
Yeah.
Okay.
It should have max hit points as well. Oh god, it has DR10 over everything. Nice.
Yeah.
I just needed something draft flavored. I needed it right then. So you got this.
That is pretty good AC, and
I think its body is worth like 10,000 gold by itself.
So try not to get too beat up down here.
We can just sell it for scrap when we're done.
It is made of solid brass.
Oh my gosh, I just looked at the construction costs for it. It's crazy.
That's some money, yeah, that's 80,000 gold. Or no, it's actually... Yeah, that's 80,000 gold to buy one.
Yeah, we'd like to sell an Abracarn Viper on the interdimensional market. Some assembly required.
Crucio has not followed you guys into the Darklands. It's been 2 months, so you don't know where he is.
So Xandu sort of looks at Pogue. I go, I suppose this would make us more than even.
I suppose so. Jury's out on the burden of carrying a Viper, but I mean, what are you gonna do? Sell it? I think we get in trouble with that. So is this a diadem?
Like a fancy little tiara.
Right. I know what it is. What's it called?
It's just a control diadem. I don't think it has an actual... Diadem of control is what it says in the construction.
Okay. On the head.
Wait, is that a head or a headband slot?
Or
either.
It's probably a headband slot. Because it's the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like if it was like a full plate helm of control, okay, different story. But
Yeah, no, I get it. I also have the hat of disguise on my head anyways.
That is a thing, yeah.
The headband and the hat of disguise together. Too much. Too much head stuff.
Too much head stuff.
Even for the psychic.
Where does the cloak go? Is that neck? No.
That's your back slot.
Shoulders.
Yeah, that's back.
Oh, back.
Or shoulders. It depends on how the sheet reads. Both are accurate.
Shoulders.
Back, shoulders, head, knees and toes. Knees and toes.
Head and shoulders. Not a sponsor.
Head, shoulders, 2 ring slots. For now,
Qazah.
second edition is however many you want.
Qazah, it's been some time since I saw you last, so what have you been up to?
Well, while everybody had been talking, Qazah probably would have seen the smoke coming from whatever piles Inderling had been burning, and he would have wandered over there curious, and he would have been just standing there with his fists clenched, kind of shaking with his back.
That's
to
where
everybody else.
Enderling is standing next to the pile that he has collected. He's respectfully piled the bodies like neatly in rows to be able to be burned efficiently, and also without just like piling bodies on top of each other to be just burned like some sort of disgusting trash.
Yes, so I assumed that the Serenite symbols would have been there off to the side or done something with.
Some Enderling has carved them into symbols of Tyr with his claws.
And they'd still be clearly recognizable as
one symbols of Serenite.
Yeah, now they're just big upward pointing arrows, if I understand it correctly.
Yeah.
And Qazah doesn't really say anything, and probably only Enderling sees it, but he has his fists are clenched and he's shaking, and there are tears coming down his face at what he's seeing.
Enderling's probably none too happy either. Probably Enderling's got his arms crossed in front of him, and he's probably just staring, looking at the fire.
And then you would hear the statement of, "Oh, Lucia," and you'll and kind of just wipe his hand across his face and just turn around and say, well, you've been up to many things. Fighting spawn of Rovagog down in the Darklands. I didn't want to leave with Mustafa. He was off waiting there. There was no one down here.
It's good that you've been kept busy, Mufasa. We had been
be coming up there.
been bidding. Oh.
And Donald is dead. No?
Virtually dead.
Virtually dead. Well, I think it's going to be like how it was on Saturday. I think Donald can hear us, and if not, the party can.
Oh yeah.
If Donald wants to have his, if Donald wants to have his horse and his carriage. All right, Donald, we can't hear you. So, I'm going to go ahead and say, as I'm trying to say, Donald has his horse, Donald has his carriage. It wasn't hard to get them from Kathir to here, because when you have a black dragon burning holes through the Darklands to move an army, it's pretty easy, but to go anywhere else, like, imagine there's just a big highway connecting Kathir to where you are, and you imagine you could catch up with Ularix. He's like 4 or 5 hours ahead of you. But everywhere else in the Darklands it's a cave structure. There's a lot of places where only Pogue can fit. There's going to be a lot of places where, like, if you guys are using that carpet, you have to, like, dismount it, take it apart, and portage it through crevasses and things, to say nothing of a horse and carriage. Also to say nothing of an Abercrombie Viper, I suppose.
Or an Abercrombie and Finch.
As I was saying before I was cut off, me and Mufasa, we've been busy working on a plan. Been working on a plan before you left.
Oh, you said something about working on the plan with you. something about I hate working with that woman, the Chelish. He's so strong with her. By Serenray, her attitude. You know, the normal things.
Yeah, me and Mufasa, due to our personality differences, we do not necessarily get along, but we have a common interest in a common foe. And I've been busy working on some progress on that part on my side while traveling through the Darklands.
He really has. He sent me a bunch of commune questions.
And on top of that, I have to say in her defense, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but, well, really not in her defense. She's been looking out for her own good because we're the only family she has now, because it wasn't bad enough before when everybody was, and Cheliax was worshipping Asmodeus. Now, they worship Serenray, and so they double hate her. So, you know...
Yeah, even more than we do.
That's the thing. So, you know, the double enemy of your enemy is your squad mate, right?
The only fucking option.
Qazah would kind of have his face darken when he said they now follow Serenray, and Qazah would just glance back at the pile and the desecration what he considers to be desecration of Serenray's symbol, and say, I don't think they follow Serenray.
No, but they seem to be doing quite a bit of evil in the name of Serenray, don't they?
I do not understand how good people can do evil things, especially Serenray followers like that.
What do you mean you don't understand how people can do evil things?
No, she said she doesn't understand how good people can do bad
people.
Shitty people like her can do bad things all they want.
I mean, despicable people, well, people like her, she understands why. Good people, that's a different matter.
Well, it means they're not good anymore, see? Or that these people that weren't good now say they're good, but aren't good. You picking up what I'm throwing down?
They're probably...
Protection from evil? Is that what you're throwing down?
I mean, she does it all the time.
My guess is they're probably misguided or view the teachings the wrong way. That to be seen.
Sure, they're taking the teachings and bending it to their evil means. See it all the time. It's called walking the walk. Or not walking the walk. They talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk.
Qazah would point out, not even no true followers of Serenray would ever torture someone. It is a merciful death, or none at all.
I agree. Something is fishy on their side. I want to uncover what is going on, at the very least.
Well, there you go. Progress.
Yes, the supposed devil lady, she have a heart of gold, in a way.
I don't know about that. Well, so where are we going precisely from here?
Well, we tried going upstairs, and Poke sneezed, and then he's and the way up we found sort of a general store, but it's snow up over my head at least, which isn't saying much, but probably up to your all's heads too. And then there are these weird like wanted posters, except they have sigils on them, so that when we see them, if we see our own sigil or we get too close to it, we're drawn to it and we're like, hey, this looks like me or something, and we call the Heck Knights down on us. So we're trying to figure out how we can get out of the house without calling ourselves out, because there's posters all over. So that was what we're trying to figure out.
So where do we need to go? directly on the surface.
Oh my.
I mean, that all came through.
All
I
right, who
understood it.
who cast slow on Donald?
Ladies and gentlemen, meet Baku.
The
Yes.
whoever his ISP is.
So, miracle. Do we exactly?
Donald, I think I need to ask you, Donald, to put it in chat.
Oh, are you there?
Put it in
Yeah,
chat.
you're real slow.
Yeah. So
I will
the rumor
narrate for
anyways
Donald
were-
as Joe once narrated for Baku. So are we all, like, gathered together? Am I understanding that correctly? I haven't heard a whole lot of Xandu, but I've heard from everybody else.
Everything's been separate from everyone, so.
Okay. So we're all in,
I figured.
like,
I
we've all
figured
come
that
back to the fire? Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah. Well, at least that's what I
But
thought.
not
Poke-
adjacent.
Okay.
Edling is not in a room. He's outside underground, which is weird to say, but he's not going to be inside of a building burning a pile of bodies.
Right. No, we know. We're coming back to the big ginormo cavern or whatever it is where
The Docklands. Corganbeer
the
kind of
Docklands.
sits on, like, a big plateau, more or less. Like, it's open. It's only, like, 2,000 people, but it's a city. It's everywhere else. It's the
Where are
process...
all the Dero?
Very dead.
Did you
Lucia would
scare
also
them
ask.
off?
Lucia's asking, where do we need to go on the surface? And she's probably asking Pogue.
Yes.
So
Where
I thought
do
I
we need
knew
to go exactly?
I thought I knew where we needed to go, which is to try and dig up some of my old friends. Well, I mean, hopefully not have to dig them up, but to look them up and see if we can get them to help us raise some trouble here and get our rebellion going in Casimir. I think we definitely want to go and see the druid about what's his name, brother
Silas?
something. Yeah, is that right?
Which
No,
one?
brother Zaganos of the Wildwood Lodge.
Ah.
And because I'm hoping. Remember, we were talking about talking with the druids
Yes.
upriver and cutting off the wood to Casimir, and maybe getting their help and convincing him that this was an abomination against nature.
Which parts were an abomination against nature? A lot of the stuff has been pretty abominable.
Well, right, all of it. So.
But we do still have that pitcher full of evil snowman.
That's true, but those death fruit things that turn
What?
people.
Oh right, the
Pitcher.
What are they called,
About-
Tommy?
The fruit of Abaddon.
Fruit of Abaddon.
Yeah,
But what picture are you talking about? Filled with evil snowmen?
Didn't we take a sample of the guy we killed in Kathir
I
in the
believe you
temple?
did. Yeah, I think you did.
We
There's-
took a scoop
that.
full of
Okay,
his snow body.
There's also samples of cave giants. There's also samples of Xandu and Pogue could have brought back samples of a troglodyte. And
Don't resurrect it.
between-
That's what you're saying. Because it will be an abomination.
Yeah, what if we take this snow from a bunch of different bodies and let Donald animate it?
You guys haven't tried it yet.
Kill me! Kill me!
Well, I mean, I'm against it because Francis would have to kill Lucia.
But Kane needs that to happen right now.
I'm against it because I would kill a lot of things.
all right. So we're not killing each other today.
I'd say that I'd kill Lucia, but I'd kill a lot of them. I wouldn't kill you.
Yeah, no, there'd be a lot of murder. It would be something of a spree.
There's, Lucia's last on my list for killing right now. So besides, she'd just probably thank us because then she'd be that much closer to undead.
Right? She'd be all that much more powerful.
Great. If you kill me, I will grow stronger.
Thank
No,
you.
she won't. Not the way that I'll kill
She'll
her.
grow stronger than ever before.
I'm becoming a ghost.
I'm gonna fucking eat her too, so she can
And then she'll
be a
show
fucking
up.
turd lich, I guess.
Then she'll show up.
No, you don't want to deal with a Golgothan, man. That's a whole other thing.
And then
Emily
she'll
will kill it.
then you'll hear her voice in your head all the time when you're trying to do stuff.
Yeah, and she'll be made of poop.
What, her nutrients will be fucking
Yes.
evil too?
Yes.
Evil
She'll be a
vitamin
Golgothan
C!
Lich.
No!
She'll be a
the
shit
sun.
demon with magic.
That's vitamin D, Tommy.
Close enough.
Christ.
Nah, man.
Okay. So, what do we think about the first thing is that the way we tried to get up there the first time around was not working out. So this
Well, protection from evil may or may not work. It might. I hope it does.
against the what are we thinking against
The symbols of persuasion.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Wait a minute. We have a giant snake.
You have a
How
giant
far
snake.
can I control that? How far?
Don't
can
let
I
that
control
giant snake replace Enderlin. You also have an Enderlin.
The thing about the
I-
giant snake is it's going to be very difficult to get that giant snake up into Casimir because of what it is and how
Yeah.
ginormous it is. You're gonna need to find a way to like bag of holding it.
And
No,
Enderlin can
okay.
make his
Well,
own.
hell, you have a bag of holding, and the damn thing can't breathe because
I
it's
do.
a construct. So yeah, there you go. Oops.
I have a bag of holding 3.
There you go. You got it.
Not even like the little bag of holding.
So as long as that bag of holding can hold 5,000 pounds of material, you're good.
Oh, it's only 1,000.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think so.
Close.
Cut it into fifths.
We'll just rebuild it when we get up there.
Yeah, we'll take a tail, then we'll take some more tail, then we'll take one head.
Just quickly retrain for craft construct.
Well, it
What
seems
about,
one of us.
Does anyone have like a reduce construct type spell?
I do not believe that spell exists.
Or a shrink.
I believe the construct counts as an object, so shrink object.
Ah, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
If I remember shrink construct, that lasts per minute, am I correct?
Yeah.
I have no idea. It's entirely
What-
possible.
What exactly does carry companion function on?
An animal companion with an attitude of friendly or greater.
An animal companion with an attitude.
As opposed to the construct that has no
Doesn't play by the rules.
Shrink item. 1 day
Batisha, my
per level.
companion.
1 day per level?
Yeah. And it's 1/4000th of the original volume and mass.
Jeez, what?
What?
Well then,
How do you fucking, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I might need to see a link. Not that I don't
What
believe
is
you.
a what? Shrink construct. Shrink
Yeah, this is
Kronstadt?
straight from the Pathfinder website.
Oh, 1/16th its normal size in each dimension to about 1/4000th the original volume and mass.
Human puppet, get out of here.
Yeah, no, he's right. 1/16th would go to like 1/4000th the weight.
But the target must be one touched object of up to 2 cubic feet per level.
Ah, true.
So
That's
Lucy's
a
level
big
8.
thing.
16 cubic feet?
that should get it.
But do we consider a construct an item? Are we gonna get into that debate? Are we
Oh,
gonna
wait,
have
yeah.
a fucking
You are
robot
able to shrink.
rights?
You are able to shrink one non-magical item, and this is it's got demon souls in it. So yeah, it doesn't
Ah.
work.
Yeah. Well, it's because I would count a normally. I would count a construct as an object because it's like it's an animated thing, but it's an animated thing that doesn't possess its own agency.
Well,
Yeah.
don't remind me not to play my my fucking half construct character around you.
Well, yeah, but he possesses his own agency. If you were playing a werewolf, you still possess your own agency, but a
not
golem
weird.
does not possess its own agency.
Made of a dead bot.
Yeah.
Just Frankenstein's boss.
Made of a dead body.
So from what I'm hearing, we can't put it into the bag then.
Unless you find another way.
There's
We
gotta
need
be
a
another
bigger.
way.
We need a bigger bag of holding.
Basically.
Well, the other thing you could do is figure out how to have it slither up to the surface.
Can it drink? No, it can't drink. Never mind.
Unless we want to shape stone our way up to the surface, but that'd take me a while.
Hmm.
You could, in theory, do it. as it stands now, you guys know of one path up to Casimir from where you're at, and that path, like, it took Xandu and Pogue a good 30 minutes to get there, and a lot of that, again, is portaging the carpet and, like, squeezing. It's a little easier for Pogue, obviously. That path is not big enough to fit the Viper.
Why do we have to portage a carpet?
Because, like, you would have to, like,
fit through the
dismount
hole
and
while
squeeze.
it's unrolled.
Yeah, pretty much.
So we just roll it up and stick it in a bag.
You could do that as well. But then you assume that you're remounting it and flying it, and it's a faster move speed.
Okay.
You guys hoofing it.
Okay.
Okay, so I have a thought.
Okay.
So the Viper can unerringly find its way to the diadems or just the diadem if it's removed, should it choose to.
That is correct.
Yeah,
So
but it would have to go somewhere else.
Take longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd take longer. But it could find its way up there.
My thought is, if we wait a day and I re-prep all of whatever level spells for Stone Shape, I could probably force an opening large enough for it to fit through. Through the way that we would normally go there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why don't we just put it on the carpet and fly?
Because it's 5,000 pounds.
How much can the carpet carry?
That's a good question.
I don't think it can carry 5,000 pounds.
I'm not sure how much you can
wasn't
carry.
how much the carpet could carry. It was the size of a hole that the snake could fit through, wasn't it?
That is correct.
The 10 by 10, if it's not the 10 by 10 carpet was 800 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
But is this a bigger carpet?
It is.
Okay, so how big is it?
It is.
Well,
if I remember correctly, it's a 15 by 15.
So
Okay,
it'd be
so
it'd just be 5 by
1,200
5.
pounds.
Yeah,
1,200 pounds if it went up.
Yeah, 1,200, or it would be 1,000.
Yeah, which is still not 8,000 pounds.
Again,
Well, 15%.
we can cut it into
15% bigger,
fifths.
say 1,200.
The
We still have to reassemble it.
I actually know this spell shape stone. If we rest a day, I can use all of my first level spells. And then how many spells you have at that level?
And they're like starting to get fucking jealous of the snake. You guys want to haul this fucking Andrew's gonna fucking kill the snake.
So
Jealous of it.
Andrew, would you like us to cut you into 5 pieces and carry you to the surface?
Yeah, we'll dunk you in a trough when
He's
we get up
part
there, and
Andrew will
Back
look at
together.
the snake and he'll be like, "Would you like me to cut you into 5 pieces and carry you to the surface?" And when he
Well,
doesn't-
yeah, but you
look
can't
back
throw
at-
me in a lake and I'll come together. We can do that to you.
Can we throw him in the snow? Will he
Yes,
come back
but
to
it will
the-
take several months.
Oh, okay.
They can do that to you? That's
Qazah
amazing.
learns all about trolls.
Right?
Wait, so
That's
Learning
what I
about
said.
scrags.
so if we melt snow, could we regenerate you then?
It's a matter of how many people are going to see that happening. Also, for the record, it will take 2 castings of Stone Shape to get. If you take the same path from here to there, through all the cracks and stuff. The D8 was kind to you.
Okay, what level is Stone Shape?
Stone Shape is a level 2 or 3.
It is level 4 for the Wizards class,
Level
and then
3 for me. So if we want to wait a day, we can both just kill a spell, or I can kill 2 level 3 spells.
It's a thought.
Because I'm willing to get rid of one of my level 3 spells. I don't know about 2 of them.
I can prepare one for the next day.
Alright, let's wait a day, and then just carve our way through.
Alrighty. Is that party consensus?
Sure.
The question is, what do we do once we get up there?
The question is, what do we name the snake?
Shibalba.
What?
Shibalba, the Aztec underworld.
Sure.
What?
Google it!
Shibalba?
Shibalba. Do Shibalba!
Are you sure it's not a Hibalba?
It might be Hibalba.
This is an X.
Is it a
Yeah.
Volvo?
Is it a Volvo? Is it a he or a she? Did anybody look underneath the snake?
It is a robot Robot
It is
snake
a,
wait,
monster.
got a big brass cloaca. And no one talks about it.
I think
The bigger question is, what type of oil inside? Is it a fembot or a male bot?
All right,
Yeah.
Futurama.
all right. I'm naming the snake Dalek.
That's
Dalek.
There's its link again in the description.
Yep.
All right. So Zandu had a question about what we're gonna do when we get up there. No one has an answer.
So, well, the way we went, here's the thing: is we went up one way before. Even if we stone shape to get all of us back there, we end up in a house trapped by these posters.
Indeed.
On the main drag where we have heck knights going back up and down the way and beating up and crucifying people that they don't like. So.
Also, it is worth noting that the Hell Knights seem to be able to see through solid matter, and the only reason Pogue and Zandu weren't detected was just sheer providence.
Yeah.
So what? We go up and we're screwed. If we're gonna go up and we have to fight our way out anyways, and what's the fuss? Either we stay down here or we go up, and we have to go up then.
No, well, wait then. So here's the thing. Not all parts of Casimir, obviously, are created equal, and depending on where we come up, who knows if we'll find more sympathetic types.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, you know Casimir better than the rest of us.
Right. So, obviously, coming up where we were didn't work. If we could get to the Dog's Teeth, which are out at the mouth of the harbor, we can see if Tarek the Unclean is there still. One thing that I would be interested in finding out is if who the lions of Taldor swear their allegiance to.
Okay. And if we can get to the Dog's Teeth, what do we do when we get up there? And how do we move an 8,000-pound brass viper, the most wanted woman in Galarian, a little fat man, a troll, a halfling, and a whatever the Cullen is through it?
He's a human.
You don't recognize your own kind?
No, because no one else ever plays goddamn humans. I always say human. You're like, I'm not a human. I'm a half-elf.
I play humans all the time. Fuck you.
Years.
To answer the pertinent question about hiding me, it shouldn't be much of an issue as long as as long as I use my magic to disguise myself. It shouldn't be much of an issue.
And the thing is, if we come up to the Dog's Teeth and we find who I'm looking for, they will recognize us for who we are. The question is what they'll do with us. It does not seem to me that they are the kind to willy-nilly turn over potential allies to the powers that be, because they've always been against the powers that be.
Well, it's worth a shot. Like I said, we have to go up eventually.
Right.
Do we? Seems to me like we're trapped behind enemy lines without any reinforcements.
That is a very accurate statement.
If what Pogus says is true, then there are enemies all around us. If we go up above, they will be even easier to spot us. At least down here, we're in a dead city where no one's searching for us, and we can head back to friendly territory and fight from a position of power, not from such a, point around it like, point at the burning bodies, such a position of destruction and weakness.
Oh, I have an idea. Based upon the patrol route of the Hell Knights, how about we dig underground to a part of the city where we can get closer access to the place we need to be, such as through a cellar of some kind?
To answer Pogue's question, in Roll20, yes, they exist. To answer Donald, A, that's a lot of digging. B, you guys don't know the patrol routes. That's the one thing you really missed that was important from last session, Donald, was like the building that you guys get up to, you see outside the windows, and it's like you don't know where you are. Well, you know where you are, but you don't know like precisely where you are in the city down to the street. You don't know what's going on everywhere. You don't have a lot of information about up there.
So Pogue wasn't able to recognize anything?
You recognize that, like, you were somewhere near the docks, and the general store was kind of like the company store for one of those terrible, like, people work their whole lives to work in the factories to make ships, and they're just like, Casimir is dirt poor before the Cheliax moved in.
Right.
That's about it, though.
Okay. Well, here's another possibility that I'm not sure exactly how we'd find them, but there's the ghosts, the partisans of the Eagle Knights, who I don't know if they're ghosts, undead, that are here to scare the kids. The children growing up, you know, go to sleep, or the partisans of the Eagle Knights will come and, you know, eat your teddy bear type of thing. If they're not, testicles. Right? If they're not just a ghost story, I'm sure they would have nothing against siding with us against the so-called Grand Prince these days and his alliance with Cheliax. So we have a lot of different choices. We could try and find the druids. We can try and find the sort of the underground, you know, dogs. You know, the ne'er-do-wells where I learned my trade, so to speak. Not the current trade, the previous trade, the thieving and stuff. But or we could try hanging out with the undead.
It depends on what kind of undead it is, but.
Based upon what type of undead it is, this either will turn out two ways. Either they will attack us, or they will tolerate our presence at the very least. I'm not sure about Qazah's opinion on the undead, but I do worry about some of us and the undead.
Well, in this case, they're undead eagle. And the Eagle Knights were originally followers of Saren, right?
They were not. The Eagle Knights, well, there's not really a deity associated with... Well, yes, there is. It's an Imperial Lord, and his name is, like, Talmandor. Yeah, yeah, that's right. It's, again, the Eagle Knights association with the Cult of the Dawnflower is just a bunch of factions that are tired of Imperial rule and are working together to overthrow it.
Right. So they would not be pleased with the state of affairs.
Correct.
Perhaps we should try to catch up with the druids.
That's a thought.
We might be able to do more good there than here with a little bit of aid.
Yeah.
Well, can we come up outside of the city?
It's possible. It's a matter of the navigation, really. Like, certainly there are other ways to leave the Darklands. It's just a matter of finding them.
So many people overestimate the travel that happens above the world, but so few understand that you can get many places from below.
Very, very true, Qazah.
That's what she said.
Is it? Who said that?
Can you get us up outside of the city near the forest, Qazah?
I wouldn't doubt it. If there are ways to get up here, I'm sure that there will have ways to get up outside.
I'm going to roll knowledge geography to figure out how many tunnels there would be underground from where we are to the forest.
Understood. Make that roll.
Would it be a survival to navigate underground?
Yes. Though I might either let
Or
Qazah
done.
use perception or have a big circumstance bonus, one or the other.
Alright.
I put ranks into dungeoneering to make sure I had the stuff for it.
That also tracks.
29
Pug wants to
geography.
Pug wants to aid.
Alrighty, so that is his birthday gift. Is his aid and others are automatically successful, and it's a 33.
33.
I'm sorry to say, I know that roll was high, but Lucy is not sure. Lucy is not from here. You know, there are probably some. There are, in fact, probably several. You just have no clue where.
Qazah, if I recall there are many tunnels, but do you know which one lead to the forest?
So, is the consensus that we go to the forest outside of the city, or we try to catch up with the druids?
We could go straight. Well, we could go to the Wildwood.
I think when Xandu is saying druids, he means Ularix and his army of
Right.
lizard folk and the one druid that was there.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
At this point, the conversation's probably gone on for, as you guys know I do, the conversation's gone on for a couple hours, so these guys are probably like 6-7 hours ahead of you. You'll move way faster than they will. Well, no, you won't, because you have a horse and cart. The horse and cart is going to be a big issue down here.
Well, I thought that they
Why
were
did you
clearing a
bring
path
this
with the
horse
black
and cart in
dragon.
the first place?
Well,
It is so big.
Well, you know, women and their luggage.
Because she is not the smartest
Oh.
woman, is she?
well, I have to transport all of you there quicker, so why not have a carriage to transport us all the way there?
All of
more
us. I know for a fact I did not walk in your cart.
Well, I did offer you the chance when we were on the surface.
You most certainly did not.
I said, whoever wants to come in, they can. You simply refused. This was...
Because it would have showed weakness, and it would have been illogical to bring such a large and cumbersome device into the Underdark.
Maybe you could cut it into 5 pieces and stick it in a bag.
Now, the shrink item thing, that will definitely work on the cart. The horse is still awkward. In addition to the fact that it's undead, it's moving a horse around through these, like, climbing up tunnels. Essentially, there will be parts where, like, somebody puts their back to the wall and then their legs to the wall that's, like, adjacent, and they just kind of, like, awkwardly climb up that way. Ropes and
so
Was
things.
this the cart,
So the-
or the
so-
horse, the skeleton that we could just like take
So
apart
for
and put back
the
together?
just for the time. So the conversation is happening before we actually rest up, right?
That is correct.
Okay. Yep. So I will probably do that the next day to use some of my spells up for that.
Alrighty. I guess the dragon zombie is also awkward, but it can fly, so it makes it a little easier.
Yeah, it can. It had the flight spell.
What
If
size
it didn't,
category is it?
could-
Is it large?
Yeah, large.
Large is a little easier than huge. It can squeeze where a medium creature can move easily, it can squeeze. The possibility exists that a large creature can't move through some places. It's all going to depend on the routes. On the subject of that, Qazah has a 28 knowledge engineering. Kane, Francis, has a 20 survival check.
It even says it in the thing.
I read your tag, not your name. Snap.
Yep. People decide to interrupt me at the perfect time. Thanks.
Bad kitty.
Bad kitty. So, Qazah is pretty sure of where he is. I won't say it's home, because that's like saying, like, Tommy Gaddy can navigate you through the United States of America, but I haven't seen most of it. That said, Qazah is pretty sure he can figure out how to get around, say, like, Drow patrols, Druger patrols, and, like, it's a wonder they haven't jumped you yet. You guys have seen one troglodyte. That's weird. You're not being quiet. There's a fire going. People know
You guys
you're down here.
really do talk very loud for being in the Darklands. You know that the sound carries, right?
By that same
I'm
notion,
scared enough.
Francis thinks he could also probably figure it out. It's not his wheelhouse, but
Yeah, you know, so long as they don't roll it. No, that's
thanks, Randy.
So long as they don't roll another 2.
Yeah. But yeah, no, you guys are loud, and there is a fire going. It's like there's a huge beacon painted on your all's heads.
So why not?
Qazah is almost constantly whispering when he's down here. He doesn't talk very loud when he's down here.
That's why no one likes to live down here. It sucks, and you have to whisper.
It's like living in a library.
It is never cold. It is never cold.
No, it's just
think
damp.
about it.
There's mold everywhere.
Have you been upstairs? It is freezing.
The
now-
important thing to remember, most life, as long as it has the basic necessities, it's quite pleasant to be. Even fire elementals on the plane of fire can find that place heavenly.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, the
that's
kids
literally
We
their
just spent
place.
like the last 4 months in a desert. This is a welcome change.
Yeah, the caves aren't bad if you like goth chicks. Otherwise,
I don't know, they wear a little too much makeup for me.
yeah.
So, I still never got an answer to my question. Are we talking about coming up in a forest outside here? Or the forest where the single druid and the army are headed to?
Well, I think we should. The group should decide. We came here to stir up trouble, whether it was inside of, behind enemy lines or not. And frankly, we are probably a much better stirring up trouble than being on the front lines. I think that we've proved before. And so, if we can disrupt the army here, and then the druids and the lizard people can help to break through on the front, then we can sort of be the resistance. If what we're trying to do is get out of harm's way and behind friendly lines, then we certainly can't do so here. So I guess the question is whether you all have the courage to fight behind the lines.
Oh,
Courage, don't question my courage.
I meant everybody
Child.
besides Enderling, obviously.
It's a very important distinction.
you just called Pogue a child.
I did.
I feel like Pogue's older than Enderling is.
Well, it might be.
Probably is. Isn't Enderling's like 15?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Lucia, she is only 21.
Hey, speaking of the subject of age, I forgot to say this last session because not everybody was here, but your guys traveling through the Darklands does tick over the next year on Galerion's calendar. I'm not tracking character birthdays, but every character does age 1 year.
I'm 46 now.
You did it.
Yeah, I was thinking it's been close to a year on game time.
It's been about 6 months-ish.
Yeah, so 21, yeah, would be.
So what age were you when you started, Donald? 21?
20, yeah.
Then you are now 21. Yes,
20,
that's
yeah.
correct.
You're legal everywhere now.
You did it.
Yeah.
People will feel less
Yeah.
guilty when they
Randy
collect
goes
that
up to
several
35.
million gold
Yeah.
bounty. Unfortunate. Alrighty, so what the plan is, gentlemen.
Alright, so, like Poe said, we can either go up and try to stir up some trouble in Casimir, or we can try to join the front lines with the rest of them, and we've proven thus far that really all we seem to do on the front lines is live to talk about it.
This is true. We can,
Which is-
there's also we can either stir up trouble from within Casimir, or we could go up the river to the Wildwood and meet up with the the druids there.
Well, yes, but the Wildwood's just outside Casimir, is it not?
Yeah, Zandu's middle-aged now.
You did it.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Nerd. I ignore age penalties.
You do, but Zandu has a lot of spells. All of my players have hit their birthdays over the course of this game. Well, I guess except for Adam. When is your birthday? It's in July, isn't it?
It is.
Fair enough. We'll get there. I will note also...
I'm not going to announce it live on stream. Thank you, though.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
My birthday is the 6th of March. I'm not scared of people knowing things about Tommy. Regardless, as I was trying to say, moving around on the surface is going to be extremely difficult for all of you, and for Pogue it's going to be impossible if you try to have him walk. He has snowshoes, but they're real shoddy. They probably won't last for a long time, and the snow is well over his head.
Can I rig a saddle on the snake?
The carpet also exists, but yeah, both track. The snake should be fine for the because you could command the snake to like rear up and you sit on its head, and it'd be well over the line of the snow because it's like 15 foot of snake.
That'd work, or I think I could carry it. I'm pretty sure I ignore most normal difficult terrain.
The dragon mount, I have a saddle, so it can carry another person. It's just...
It is also important to remember that that is a lot of things. Conspicuous is not one of them. Or rather, inconspicuous, excuse me. It is hyper conspicuous.
He could hide.
Oh, I feel so bad for Donald.
He could hide.
He could try to hide.
Jesus.
But it's like Skyrim. You'll see the dragon. Lucia goes to type in Roll20. I will narrate. My dragon could hide. Well, not really. It's a dragon. Unless it can cast invisibility on itself, and then even then, there's the people, there's the air it disturbs, there's people with true seeing that will be out there. Now I sound like I'm just arguing with myself. Regardless, now you guys know.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah. The circle is complete.
Or we could see if there's anybody around the Callistrian followers, but they're not necessarily likely to rouse up or rise up together unless they have a common enemy. So if all of the followers had felt that this was an injustice, then
Oh, I have an idea. If we're going to call the uprising, to make sure there is as much chaos as possible, how about we have multiple factions strike at so the Hell Knights cannot fight one force effectively, so have to divide the forces up.
I am absolutely good with that.
It is a smart plan. Again, it's a matter of like who is where and who is not crucified.
Well, you are
actually around this time. Not to cut Donald off, but around this time, will everybody make a perception check for me? And for those of us who haven't been with us in like 20 sessions, the viewers can't see Roll20 unless combat ensues and there's a battle map, so do shout out those numbers so everybody can hear you.
27!
11.
23.
Ooh. Lucy with a natural 1.
Lucy with a natural 1. Donald, if you would like to use your hero point, just roll again, or the natural 1 can stand. He uses the hero point.
25 for Qazah.
17 for Enderling.
Donald gets a 13 and maybe having lag spikes. Okay, so as you guys are talking, the ground begins to shake. I assume everyone is all next to each other-ish, close enough that you're all in the same spot. It begins to stink profoundly of what Zandu and Pogue, and probably also Qazah, I'll be generous, recognize as troglodyte. You begin to hear the sound of the ground, like, bursting forth and these monstrous things crawling and scrambling out of the ground. It's not long before you guys are surrounded by hordes and hordes and hordes. You can't count how many of them there are. Hordes of troglodytes.
Well, you can't count how long before everyone starts killing them, Tommy. I want to kill the first one that comes out of the ground.
Okay, well, you would have to leave the group to do so, because they're far enough away from you. Would you like to do so?
The first one that's close to me.
All right, so they're basically just running up to about 100 feet away from you and surrounding the party.
Anybody what?
And we've lost Tommy too.
I'm here.
They're running up to blank.
Oh, boo. They're running up and, like, surrounding you guys. Big ol' circle of, like, hundreds and hundreds of troglodytes. Am I coming through?
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Okay, cool.
Do they have the ability to throw things? Do they have much in the way of ranged weapons?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they do. Some of them might just be carrying, like, crappy rocks, but some of them have
How
javelins.
far away are they?
Like I said well, Lucia has no way. Well, I'm going to assume at some point Lucia cast light. They're about 100 feet away from you is where they start, but there are a lot of them. And on the subject of Lucia, it's sketchy that I'm gonna it's sketchy that I'm gonna try to do this with the way your internet's going. I'm going to try to do it anyway because it is important. I apologize to everyone watching on the stream that I have to use tokens for this, but Ogre Battle 64 sprites are real bad. They are led by your father.
I can't vision greater on myself.
Tight. The troglodytes are led by your father.
Should have killed him when they had the chance.
Should have killed him when you had the chance. McCaleb makes his way to the front. The troglodytes all, like, give him a wide berth. He doesn't seem to be affected by the smell. You guys aren't at, like, make the fort saves yet, but they are, like, profoundly stinky. Pug turns on his ring of invisibility and has a 31 for stealth.
No, if ring is invisibility, if he's not moving, it's a 31.
Yeah, understood. Yeah, that 31 did seem real bad.
Yeah,
He backs into the shadows.
Got it. Gorgonbeer is intact enough that there are buildings and stuff.
Xandu is sort of looking at McCaleb with a dirty glare in his eyes.
Alright, he doesn't seem to notice you.
Yeah, because I do have the hat of disguise on. I think I made that last time I made a check. I don't know if you want me to make another one.
Do plants have a sense of smell?
You do. You are a plant creature, but you possess a nose. That's how you take in oxygen. You don't have to, like, otherwise you are fucked in the Darklands. Just photosynthesis doesn't work.
Do we?
No, I mean, like, what if I turn into a plant creature?
I'm going to say, what am I going? This has never come up. The percentage dice will decide.
Yeah.
You want 50 or higher. You get a 79. There you go.
Yes.
So you yourself, Francis Root, needs to breathe and thus will take in the oxygen, but like an assassin vine won't.
Okay. Good, because plants are the only thing I can turn into.
McCaleb moves to the front of him, like I was saying, and just, Lucia, enough of this. Come to Casimir with me. We don't need to do this.
Why should I?
Because I'm your father and I say so. I am straight face.
I am going to roll a will save to see if it's a illusion or not.
Understood.
Donald, listen to your father.
Make that will save.
Do I get the feeling Enderling's just gonna, like, take this dude's head off any second now?
Yeah.
It's probably just seizing up all over the place.
What would be the check to discreetly give Enderling Strongjaw?
The stealth check.
22.
Sleight of hand.
22 will save.
Alright, that's your dad. Yeah, you're sure of it.
That's your dad.
Qazah would have his sword out the whole time they were coming, just in case.
Why should I?
As he has already answered that question, he does not do so. Francis, I'm gonna say have Oleg make a stealth check.
How far
Oleg
does
stealth check. Ooh, Oleg is good at stealth.
That's why I said Oleg.
Oleg's a sneaky motherfucker.
how far does Pogue have to get to be within striking distance of this guy?
It depends on what you'd like to strike him with. with your sword, it's 5 feet. With a longbow, it's 110.
God damn it.
The spells depend on spells.
I would ask, what would happen to me if I go onto the surface with them?
We'll take you back to Agorian. Your friends can come too.
Am I not a traitor? Am I not wanted dead?
We'll figure it out. Don't worry. Realizing now that Caleb and Sinvolka have a similar voice. Oops.
They're the same person. They've always been the same.
Caleb, Sinvolka, Rivariel, and Calaran.
Yep, all together.
Everyone with Lucia is contemplating what she's going to do next.
Alright, Oleg has a 28 stealth to touch, like, Enderling on the back of the knee with a strong jaw.
Alrighty. If Caleb notices it, he doesn't react. The troglodytes kind of just, like... They're kind of Lord of the Rings goblining, to describe it one way, just kind of hunched over and, like, kind of, like, jumping and squatting.
Hard and hopping from one foot to the other constantly.
Pretty much. They're just chomping at the bit to get at you.
Qazah would look at them and say, "Silence!" in Undercommon.
Alright, they don't seem to... There's a lot of them. Oh, or unless you talk to the party. In which case, I don't know who speaks Undercommon. You, probably.
No, I spoke Undercommon to the troglodytes.
Trogs? Okay. Yeah, they don't seem to care.
Trogs.
I'll roll an intimidate if you want me to.
Yeah, make it happen.
Shut up. Alright. Where'd that go?
He lost his intimidate check.
Alright.
Well, Lucia?
Roll.
I need to think about this. You promise that I will not be sentenced to death?
Of course. Adam, some of the troglodytes recoil as you say this. Some of them just and lean away from you as if suddenly you produce the radiant light that hurts their eyes. But by and large, again, there are hundreds of them.
Your father's a lying piece of shit.
Zandu is.
Everyone's favorite issues are coming out now.
Is anybody doing?
I am going to roll a sense motive to see if he's telling the truth.
All right, so Van, if you want to sneak within 10 feet, mechanically speaking, there are hundreds of people. Someone will natural 20 the stealth check and see the blur of invisibility, or otherwise be able to detect you.
You know,
So how far can I go
Zandu is going to try a couple of will saves. One to disbelieve the troglodytes, one to disbelieve McCaleb.
Alrighty. So, sense motive from Pogue to do what?
Ooh.
To see if the dad is telling the truth in terms of if we'll be safe or not, or if he's just trying to get us.
He appears to be. And yeah, Lucia, you believe it. Lucia and Pogue both believe that this guy, it's weird that he's working with troglodytes. It's weird that he probably worships the dawn flower. So everything's kind of crazy.
McCaleb.
Zandu, on the other hand, because Zandu is the 25 and the 32 with the plus 10?
The 25 and the 32 is before the plus 10.
Alrighty,
so that's a 35 and a 42.
The troglodytes are very real, McCaleb is not. As you more intently focus your psychic powers, again, as you Cheliax from the original Star Trek at him, his skin turns a little green and his neck begins to elongate, and you see that that's a serpent folk using the illusion of McCaleb LaCroix.
A serpent folk?
Yes.
Okay.
Like the same serpent folk that we were dealing with before, or different?
You've never dealt with serpent folk before.
So
there's a line between when I say serpent folk, I mean they call them Yuan-Ti in Dungeons and Dragons. That idea.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
So what Zandu's going to do?
What Zandu's going to do is wait a second, because.
No. Oh, is he?
Because
is something happening?
McCaleb realizes he's been made. He looks at the closest troglodyte and says something in a language no one understands.
Does it?
Do you speak serpent folk, motherfucker?
Nope.
Then you don't understand it.
Nope.
There is no serpent folk language.
What is the
They
language?
speak Aklo.
No, they speak serpent folk. I have read the books.
I actually know Draconic Alcohol, so...
Tight, they're speaking serpent folk. The troglodytes surge forth. Everyone roll initiative after I clear the board.
Did Joseph kill someone?
Not yet. I will switch the musics. Which means I have to, like, there's a lot of scrolling. And for the viewers at home, this is a theater of the mind battle, so there is no board.
Yeah.
So don't worry about putting your tokens down, is what I'm saying. I see Donald moving stuff around over there. Not necessary.
I was trying to get access to the macros I made.
Yeah, that makes sense. Never mind, I'm sorry.
And a soon-to-be dead man.
Lucia is a baller. Lucia, your friends will move at the same time you do.
So nobody else has to roll initiative?
Yeah.
No, I mean, like, her horse, her cart, her follower, and her dragon.
Just for combat, Yarba and the horse, it is out of combat.
That is impossible. They've surrounded the whole party.
Woo!
Nice.
Oh, natural 20.
Francis and his friends will move at the same time.
But Francis left his friend with his master, so Francis doesn't have any friends. I'm sorry,
Just
Francis.
me and Oleg.
I don't know why I have to add this to the game. It's so weird.
I should have. I forgot to give you Oleg spells.
I'm not so much worried about them because he's prepping the same ones you are, right?
Tommy,
no,
do you want me to control Yarba as well?
Nice.
I have a lot of NPCs on my side.
3 natural 20s on initiative.
Hogue and Qazah. So for the record, there's so many of these guys that the Trogs are going to act. I'll say the natural 20s will act before they do, but they act at the beginning and the end of the round. Because
just put a bunch of air horns in this initiative war.
So, oh man, you guys are going to act around the same time. I don't.
You gotta let me sneak attack on what's his face.
You will act first before, like, you three will go first. Xandu's got a 21.
Right.
Enderling's got a 20. That was a natural 1. That could have been bad. Where is it? I want to type 20. Why will it not?
Why is Yarv on the board? Get Yarv off the board!
Again, the tokens don't matter. Well, they matter because that's where his macros are. Qazah
The points don't matter.
has a 19. Yeah, you guys are, like, absolutely surrounded. Why didn't that sort you guys? Whoever's dying. That's not.
This is Joseph.
Joseph. No dying. Alright. I'm gonna let Lucia go first. It's gonna go in the order I slapped.
Drink some water, troll man.
After Francis is
All I've got is beer.
Question, Michaela, he's in front of me?
He's gone. You've lost him. He's somewhere behind the troglodytes, which are 100 feet back, running at you.
So where is everyone right now? And are they in front of me?
Come on, Tommy. I was saying the whole thing. I was getting to Caleb. You gotta give me a chance at him.
You do not have the chance. He is much more powerful than you and saw you.
All right.
So I want to do a breath attack. So is there a straight line of monsters in front of me?
Oh yeah. There's a lot.
Okay, I will do that.
I feel like this music is not loud enough.
So all the creatures need to make a reflex save, 60-foot line in front.
So this is less of a lots of monsters and more of a, like, environment-based encounter because there's so many of them. Collectively, they roll a number I will add. What's my DC, Donald? I'm sure I fail.
20. Yeah.
DC is 20.
So reflex save. Yeah, reflex save 20, and then 29 added damage.
Alrighty.
60 foot.
Yeah, a lot of them melt. A lot of them melt, like, on the spot. But there are hundreds, and as these guys get hit by the dragon's breath weapon or whatever breath weapon it is, more guys just surge to fill the ranks that are, like, the hole that's made in the line.
Okay, I'm going to move behind my dragon and cast magic missile on one of the trolls, one of the troglodytes.
Interling duck. Alright.
Boh!
I guess I just did a calculator for this one. The sad part about this music is this music loops real bad. I wonder what happens if I put the... I'm gonna put the cave music on under this, see how weird it gets.
It's gonna get weird.
It's gonna get weird. They take 12 more damage. Yeah, definitely some guys get bonked in the head by some magic missiles. And these guys, like, when I say they're troglodytes, they're not like the one that Xandu and Pogue had to fight. They are crappy, terrible little troglodytes. So it's probably like 4 troglodytes drop dead as this happens. But again, there's just hundreds and hundreds of these guys surge forward. remove the Caleb from the pool. Oh, he is not here. Is that all, Donald? Technically, I don't usually let it happen, and I know we've talked about it a lot, but Yarva's here.
Yes,
Yarva has actions.
Yeah, it is over.
Alright, what's up, Pug?
Alright, well... How many attacks can I make? So am I surrounded right now, or what?
You will be.
Okay, well, what's that mean?
As in, they're like, on their initiative count, they will have run into you, and they go after Francis. And at the end of the round.
So should I just wait for them?
It's up to you.
Alright. Can they see me?
By and large, probably no. At this point, it's going to be more of a matter of, like, someone will serendipitously see you. I'll probably roll percentage of this work, to tell you the truth. You might be more in danger of, like, someone stepping on you or accidentally being knocked into you. You're Bilbo at the Battle of Five Armies right now, basically.
Yeah, except I have a giant snake.
Except you have an the Abercorn Viper is visible. They see that they're attacking you.
Okay. Well, so Poe's gonna stand underneath the I don't know, if the snake is you know, kind of up, the front of it's up, ready to strike. Poe's gonna stand next to it so he doesn't get run over, but out of its way so it doesn't get, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
So, okay, so he's going to ready a whole can of whoop-ass with swords and stuff like that. And
understood. Then we'll go to Francis, I think.
If Oleg wants to cast haste on Enderling, he's not opposed.
Oh,
Yeah.
and who needs a help?
Only I have Oleg spells in this book.
Gotcha.
Who wants a help? Who wants help?
Your third level spell is passed up.
Made another. Who wants +4 on attack or the AC for this round?
Don't everybody jump at once.
I don't think I'm going to be attacking this round.
It's free. It's 30 feet away. Nobody? Okay.
You know Enderling's gonna fucking charge in. Why do I have to answer that question? Who's gonna fucking attack this turn? The
right,
martial character's going to fuck. The only martial character's going to attack this turn.
Qazah is offended.
Man, I'll join you in a minute.
I'll give the +4 to Enderling this turn.
Alrighty. Francis, what's up?
So let me figure out what I'm doing here. Okay, Oleg will also cast on Francis from his own spell list, haste.
Okay.
On France?
Do I have a character sheet for Dalek?
No, but I put the link in twice. For
Well, I know
where
that, but I meant
he does
but
not
I
have
meant
a
Francis.
I mean Enderling.
You meant Enderling? I was like, shit.
God damn it! Yeah, on Enderling. He'll cast haste on Enderling. And then Francis will cast Thorny Entanglement into the crowd of troglodytes.
Alright.
But I have a question for you about Thorny Entanglement, because it says any creature that moves within 15 feet of the spell's area of effect is attacked once on its turn. So, is this going to hit everything within 15 feet of it?
It'll probably trigger like once a round.
Yeah, but I mean, is it going to hit every trog?
Yeah, technically.
That's a lot.
I'll say it's like how area of effect damages the double damage to a troop. It's the same idea.
Okay, so everything in that 40-foot area spread is going to take an automatic 2d6 points of damage.
Okay, understood.
Is that doubled because they're...
Correct. Because there's just so many of them. At this point, trogs will fall on the thorns and then fall over other trogs who fall on the thorns. And then trogs...
Fucking Donald's yelling this guy.
So, 10 points
To take
to
magic
everyone
acid.
within that 40-foot area spread.
Alrighty, 10 damage is noted.
And then will that range damage happen on this pass or on the next?
When should it happen? Not like when do you want it to happen, but when is it supposed to happen like it was written?
It's supposed to happen on... Well, because it's my spell, it happens on my initiative pass.
Okay, so that's what we'll do.
So right now?
Yeah.
Do it. I'm a bully.
I'm 8th level and I have a +6 to wisdom, so that's 14. That's a 21 AC.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. And that's another, I think, 2d6. For 18 points of damage to every creature within 40-foot spread.
Yeah, a lot of people get impaled on thorns as they run. They continue to come on again. There's a bajillions of them as they just like converge on you guys.
Yeah, but it feels good because there was a lot of dudes.
A lot of them get messed up. Yeah, there are a lot of dead trogs. Is that all?
Francis has fucked a lot of dudes, but not in the same way that
not in the same way that Pogue is
not
fucked
like the Calistrians. If that is all, it goes to the Trog's first initiative count. The first thing that happens is, as these guys start running at you, it's very hodgepodge, very confusing, very terrible, and it's gonna get worse because there's a lot of people who don't have character sheets and have to reference vipers and horses and things. But they all start throwing, some of them javelins, some of them rocks, some of them skulls, some of them...
Wait, horses are throwing javelins at us? I call bullshit.
No, the Trogs are, and all of you make a reflex save.
This course has got people hands. It's very angry.
I gotta navigate the character sheet, man.
Oh, 0 point.
Woo!
Yeah, 28 for Francis.
Alrighty.
I wasn't wooing at your
30 for Lucia.
terrible reflex save. I was wooing at mine. That was just
30 for Pogue.
25 for Underlay.
Qazah uses his hero point?
Enderling is a spaghetti boy.
Qazah had a hero point before, so would he have gotten another one?
No, he has one. It refreshes at start of session.
You get one
Okay,
per
so
session.
yeah, I'll use my hero point.
Everybody gets one.
Everybody gets one. Alright, Yarva definitely fails.
Yes, so
Xandu will fail.
So the first roll for me is the dragon, and second one is Lucia. I have so many tokens to roll for.
I hate to say it, but you will need to find stats for the horse. The cart will take the damage automatically.
Yep. The horse had the same save as Yarva, so he fails.
Okay, did you roll it though?
Nope.
Roll the dice. Okay, yeah, it does fail. Not to be terrible, but Pogue passes, Pogue has evasion, Pogue takes nothing. Did Pogue roll for the Viper?
Did Pogue roll for the Viper?
Yes.
I have to roll for the Viper too?
You are controlling it.
Yeah, you're controlling it.
Jesus,
Yeah, I
okay.
sent you the link again.
Yeah, no, I have to. No, I've still got it up. So
Send them a link again.
do they have? Oh, okay. Reflex save. I got it. Hold
Alright, so as this is coming down, I'll grab it, but
19 damage? Or half of it?
half damage if you pass. The Viper passes,
Nice.
Pogue passes with evasion, takes nothing. The horse fails, Lucia fails, Qazah passes and takes half, Yarva fails, Xandu fails, Donald, the 17 fails. Excuse me. But the 30 passes. So if you pass...
What about Enderling? Does Enderling pass?
The 25 is what you rolled? Yeah, you pass, you take half.
Sweet. Spaghetti boy.
Spaghetti Boy takes half. Everybody else takes either half or full as the troglodytes converge on you guys. And as they do so, as they get really close to you, Xandu and Qazah probably and Pogue have smelled troglodyte before, but they've never smelled this many troglodyte at once. The stench is overpowering. Make a fort save if it applies to you. Lucia
boy.
passes. Pogue crits. Pogue's great. Francis passes. Or not Enderling. Shit. Qazah passes. Like I said, the DC is higher for Enderling, and so he fails. So that means that Xandu and Enderling are both nauseated for as long as, well, I think it's a round. I'll roll D6 as. Alright, so it moves to Xandu. Xandu is nauseated for 3 rounds. Xandu is surrounded by troglodytes and has a move action. Everybody can see this. Everybody can see that Xandu and Enderling both are throwing up all over the place. Everyone has to a little bit as it is. But for them it's worse.
Yeah, Xandu's not looking too good. He's got a lot of damage on him. He's sick. Can't cast spells, I just got a move action, huh?
Mhm.
I suppose all he'll do is look at
Really quick,
Qazah and hope for help.
Would it have mattered if it was if I had a +1 to that, because I haven't updated my fucking my ability, my saves here.
It would not have.
It's
Okay,
still
so-
29.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I don't have a spell for you. I only prepared Lesser Restoration.
Zandu's looking at Qazah, hoping for lay on hands or something.
Alright,
You'll be
that's what you
hoping
got.
for a
If
long
not a
time.
heal.
Yeah, I'm a druid. My healing spells are already more expensive.
Anything also has a move action. If Xandu's done.
Did you move over to the Viper?
Well, I have haste applied on me. I don't know
Oh,
how that interacts.
So you can move an extra 30 feet.
That's all?
Yeah.
You sure
Yeah,
about
after
that?
nauseate, you can
You're
only
absolutely sure.
Yep.
Is that what is nauseated take precedence over that? Does nauseated say I only take
Nauseated says you only get a move action. Haste says you move action.
I only get a move action?
Yeah.
Yep, it sucks. That's how
No, I
he
know how
did that guy
nauseated.
last time.
I know that nauseated. It's just that I didn't know which takes precedence, whether haste or nauseated would take precedence. I'm just gonna stay where I am. I don't think they can hit me. It doesn't exactly matter.
Alrighty, goes the
As a swift action, I will abide my mutagen.
You only have a move action. You do not have a swift action.
Then I'll use my swift action. I'll turn it into or I'll use my move action, turn it into swift action. So you can do that, correct?
I don't think you can.
What?
I can't make a move action to imbibe my mutagen using my quick drinker.
You can't convert a move action to a swift action.
But I can't just as a move. Okay, then I won't do it.
Yeah, I think Joe might actually have a point under your house rules, because Quick Drinker turns the normal move action to drink into a swift action.
Oh, I see. Okay, then you could drink a potion.
Then I'll do that, and I'll use my ability. So my mutagen will be imbibed, and I'll use my special thing, and I'll imbibe Enlarged Person. No, I'll on myself. So Rage Mutagen activates. Roll a d6. Four. I think that's a good thing on the thing on my stable mutagen. I should have had that up there. So my natural armor increases by 2.
Alrighty, is that all?
Yep.
Alright. Oop, I did not mean to skip. We go back. Qazah, you're up.
Wait a minute. When are the troglodytes hitting us?
They just went.
They go at the beginning and the end of the round.
Okay, so did they just pass Pogue?
That is true. You had a held action. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, so Pogue and the Viper are gonna go to town on them.
Okay.
Just do 2-weapon fighting. A 5, a 12, a 32, a 29, and a 16.
Yeah, those all hit. And the crit is a crit.
Sweet. Okay, so how many how much does it take to bring a troglodyte down?
They definitely, like, each attack that hits will bring one down. These guys don't have a lot by themselves. It's because there are so many.
Okay, so Pogue just took out, 4 troglodytes?
Something like that.
Okay, so he's feeling good.
Get the damage.
Yeah, which is going to be... Which one's hit? Does 12 hit?
What, 12? Oh, the 12 doesn't hit. Yeah, no.
Does 16 hit?
25, 16, 29, 32. Those 4 hit.
Okay, well the 29's that's the confirm. Yeah, the 32's the crit. The 29's to confirm, so it's not another attack.
Okay.
So 3 attacks hit. So we got 13, 12, 14 plus the damage, or plus an 11, or was that a max?
Plus 14. Okay.
Plus the 13 from the second attack.
Got it.
Did you say crits did max damage?
No, what? No.
Okay.
That'd be sweet.
Oh, it was max hit points. Sorry.
Yeah.
Something was max, having to do with hit points. It was the giving and taking away, right?
Mm.
Okay. Same thing. Okay, so now this Python of mine, he gets 3 bite attacks, I think.
That is correct.
And that's just plus 25. Alright, so let's try this out. The first one hit?
Most likely.
It's
Yeah,
a
38 hits, yeah. I was in the middle of making its character sheet. I didn't realize that.
A 36?
That hits.
And a 30. Of course, if it's a plus 25, then it's all anyway, unless it... Right?
Yeah,
unless
it's pretty good.
Misses. I mean, it's a natural 1. Okay, so the damage then is 2d8 plus 9 poison. So 16, 18, 15.
Understood. 16, 18, and 15. Yeah, the Viper and you both tear through these things. This just, again, it's not hard. There's just a lot of them.
Right.
Is that all you got?
I just made 7 attacks.
I don't know. I still have I can be rude and just pass turn if you'd rather.
No, that's cool. Although, yeah, no, that's no. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. So the bottom of the round comes. The Trogs now at this point are going to start attacking. It's automatic damage because there's so many of them. That's
Qazah get to go this time or not?
Did I pass her?
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't. He's at the bottom. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, you're right. I skipped a bunch. It is your turn.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I forgot the Pogue delayed his action to after Interlane.
Do I have to declare shield other?
Yeah.
Okay, he's doing it. The serpent's gonna do shield other.
I skipped Adam. I forgot Adam exists.
Okay.
Yep. See, Qazah is just waiting there for his turn.
You gotta speak up, my man.
So,
You are pretty quiet over there.
yep. Well, I keep myself muted.
Ah.
So, Qazah will, with the light catching on the various colorful robes that he's wearing, move probably more than 10 feet to get to Xandu, if I'm understanding the arrangement mentally correct.
Yeah, you can do so. You guys can all reach each other.
So he will get over there, and he will stand in front of him, stand between him and the Trogs as best he can, and make attacks against the Trogs.
Alrighty.
So let me see. Because of his multi-classing, he has not yet hit iteratives. So he's going to just roll once. With his scimitar, and he's yelling out to them in Undercommon to surrender or die by the light of the dawn flower.
Alrighty. 17 definitely connects with the nearest troglodyte's face.
Okie dokie. And that's going to be 1d6. He is not being merciful right now, so 1d6 plus 1. minimum damage.
Wow. Oh god, that is 2 damage. Yeah, they take it. You might not. That troglodyte probably survives. The 2 damage probably just pisses him off a little bit. They're weaklings, so probably like cuts him real hard across the face and pisses him off a little bit. Now we'll go to Tommy's turn, I think, now that I'm done screwing up initiative.
I do have a question. With my previous role under Dungeoneering, would I know where the nearest escape, the nearest tunnel up would be to where we wanted to go, at least outside of town?
The closest tunnel up certainly is the one that goes to Casimir. But farther than that, it's probably, may the D4 be merciful. 4 hours away, the D4 was not merciful. It's quite a run.
Okay. If we get them into the tunnel, we may be able to funnel them and make it more manageable. I mean, with gesture to the one that leads up into town, rather than the one that's 4 hours away.
Yeah. Is that all?
Yep.
Alrighty. Goes to the bottom of the round. The trogs do automatic damage. I forget what I rolled. I told myself I was going to put this together at work today, and then I didn't have to go to work today. So I did not a whole lot of my...
So you did nothing.
No, I didn't do nothing.
I'm pretty sure right now Yarva is he is KO'd and the horse is almost dead.
And everybody takes... This is a no save. There are a bunch of them. Everyone takes 15 more damage.
Ooh. Is that for everyone?
Yeah.
Okay, so Yarva he is dead now. He only a level 2 character with 14 hit points.
That is correct. How's the horse doing?
Dead.
Alrighty. The trogs continue to swarm amongst you. A lot of them are very dead, piled up amongst each other, piled up on giant plant things, corroded and acided and dead and possibly shanked in the liver. But they continue to come on. Lucia, your apprentice is dead, your horse is dead, your cart has taken all that damage.
Okay, so seeing my apprentice is dead, the dragon he is going to kill multiple troglodytes with his breath attack.
All right. Did he not use his breath weapon last turn?
Yeah. This is a sorcerer spell I'm using.
Oh.
That's
okay,
why.
Fair enough. I understand then.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
the reflex save is kind of arbitrary, but I'll throw it. Yeah, I fail.
Okay, and Lucia is there a group of troglodytes group up that no one is attacking currently?
Probably.
Okay, I'm going to toss a fireball in that area.
Alrighty.
And then that's probably going to kill most of them, so reflex save 19 to have it.
Oh,
so
only 19. I passed that then. They're taking extra because they're a troop.
Did you say the Viper has max hit points?
He does. He also has DR10 over everything, so he took 5 damage in the last swarm.
So yeah, my turn's over.
Alrighty, Francis.
Francis is gonna... I don't have another thorny entanglement. What do I have for area effect? I have Flurry of Snowballs. And that's pretty much it.
Sandu's got some spells, but he's kind of disabled for quite a few rounds. He'll probably be downed by the time he gets to a point where he can attack.
Let me double check with the area of reflect on flames for kiss. 10-foot radius cylinder. No, not great. Yeah, so I'm gonna flurry of snowballs into the crowd. And are we moving towards this tunnel?
That's a good question. Are we?
We can move towards
the idea.
You can move towards the tunnel, and we can put the Viper kind of up front. I mean, not in front of Enderling, of course, who wants to be in front killing people, but right behind him to protect the squishies.
Yeah, I know Enderling wants to be out here right now. At least if we're in the tunnel,
get your viper out of my face. Ah.
He's got a more manageable funnel of dudes to kill.
Right.
Alright, I think we should go towards the tunnel. At least that way we're all firing in the same direction. Which I had a macro for. I don't know where it went. There was a time.
There was a time when he had a macro for Flurry of Snowballs that he tries to cast. There was also a time when he cast a Flurry of Snowballs and he knew it was maximized. It remains maximized.
Oh yeah. Is that now? Is that time still now?
Yeah.
24 damage.
They take
I mean, 48 damage. In a 30-foot cone.
Yeah, it messes up a lot of dudes. You go to cast Flurry of Snowballs and, like... I hate Flurry of Snowballs because that spell doesn't sound as lethal as it is, like, mechanically.
Right.
Snowball fight! Turn into a machine gun, but that's
Flurry
basically
of
what
ice
happens.
daggers.
Yeah, that's so much better. Regardless, they come out, like, about the size of a watermelon, as opposed to the size of a snowball, and they crash it. A lot of the troglodytes, like... Most of them are pretty stupid, some of them are not. Like, as you are taking mechanical damage, some of them are casting at you. Some of them look at you with eyes wide open as, like, a snowball careens into their face and they just, like, flip over dead.
That works for me. Wild shape is a standard action, right?
That is correct.
Dang it. Alright, yeah, I cast and I move.
The Trogs don't have an action on this turn because they've already moved in. Zandu is nauseated for 2 more rounds.
Alright, you said I was nauseated for 4 rounds?
I said you're nauseated for 3.
For 3, so...
So this is the second round, so you have 1 more round of nausea and then you're good.
So... Zandu is going to do his best to get within the protection of the Viper.
Okay. Yeah, you can get there. He's close enough.
So that he can move away to the tunnel when the Viper's ready to go.
Alrighty. That happens. Enderling, what's up?
I'm just gonna move back since I can't do jack shit.
Alrighty. Van, what's up?
I'm gonna head back towards the tunnel. The Viper, so I can move and attack with the Viper, right?
Yeah, you can.
So you need me to roll 3 times?
If it moves, it attacks once.
What? Okay.
It doesn't have pounce. Well, probably doesn't have pounce. It might have pounce. I seriously doubt the thing has pounce.
I didn't see pounce on it, so.
Yeah.
29?
That hits, yeah.
Okay. 15 damage.
15 damage.
And then Pug will, I guess he gets to attack once, right?
He does.
So he's gonna move?
Yep.
Alright, so he will... does he get the 2 attacks though because of his?
He does not because he takes a move action. He just gets the 1.
Okay, so 28.
Duly noted. That hits. They take 13 damage. Well, one of them takes 13 damage, like directly to his liver and dies.
All right, so another 2 go down.
Alrighty. If that is all.
Pug scurries around under cover of the snake.
Alrighty, Qazah, what's up?
Qazah is still trying to protect the person that, with their eyes, petitioned him for help. So, he's going to be moving as best he can, probably over 10 feet, because I think that Zandu moves more than 10 feet, so that all my AC bonuses apply. And he's going to go ahead and try and slice someone on his way. Well, I don't know. He's going to throw a alchemist fire behind him just to get some people off their back. Hopefully, hopefully hit somebody.
Had me thinking you dipped alchemist.
No.
You could buff your dex.
Yeah, I could, but I'm not going. There's too many classes going on right now.
Fair
So
enough.
much cross-referencing.
Zandu's looking like he's about to collapse if he gets hit by Trogs one more time.
Oh, you have so few hit points.
I had more before he fought the other Trog. That took me down a whole bunch.
So how many troglodytes is actually left?
You can make a perception check on your turn. If there it is. Yeah, 21 hits the nearest troglodyte and/or the square you're aiming at.
Okie dokie.
Alchemist's fire. Oh! Can I do potions as a move action? Oh crap, why wasn't I doing that?
You're sickened right now, though, aren't you?
He's nauseated.
Nauseated. Can you do potions then? Or
You
no?
get a single move action.
Yeah, true. I couldn't have moved
You
as
can
a
take
viper.
potion, or you can do that.
Alrighty, so that does take them over a certain line on my end. It's not necessarily the Alchemist Fire that does it, because Alchemist Fire is a D6, and I will not give it that much credit, not until the next edition. But the troglodytes all scurry away. They leave a lot of dead troglodytes along with them, but everybody sees that Yarva has joined the dead, as well as Lucia's horse.
As you would see, Lucia would go to Yarva, hoard his corpse. You're not dead yet, Yarva. Come back to life. And
Okay,
she is
the more important question: what is Yarva's alignment?
neutral good.
Okay, understood. You said he was dead.
Snowpile.
Yes, he only had 14 hit points, and with the amount of damage, it went beyond negative 10.
Oh, okay. So when you say you're not going to try to inflict light wounds him back, you're going to animate
No,
this
that's
zombie.
it. That is beyond the point of saving him. If he had like negative 1 hit point from being dead, I would have had saved him if I could. But this is a level 2 NPC.
Yeah.
It's a good thing we didn't give crap, huh?
It's a good thing that Deneb didn't follow Francis.
Yep. So Lucia
Right?
is out of her mind at the moment, seeing her apprentice dead.
Alrighty.
Qazah Khan has no pity for Lucia. He was already dead. So
He probably was. There's a
Goes
lot of
over
like
to-
gashes across Yarva's flesh where like the ribs are just sticking out, but if they're not, there's like no blood there to accompany it.
Not to mention multiple holes.
yeah,
where-
aside from all the
Oh,
holes
by the
that
Darrow.
Darrow poked into him.
Oh god, yeah.
Yep.
And
So
slow fountain of mead vomit.
yep. Yeah, Lucia would get Yarva's body and promise him, "I will give you a proper burial once we are back on the surface."
Francis puts his finger to his nose and says, "Not carrying him."
Yeah, I put him onto my dragon mount.
Alrighty.
Not it.
Hard pass.
So Qazah just kind of brushes himself off. Says, "Welcome to the Underdark."
Like I said, we'll have to go up eventually. Because if this shit's just gonna keep happening, you know what? I don't imagine setting up a bungalow.
Qazah
You know-
knows without having to make a roll that there are a lot worse things down here than troglodytes.
See, the thing I want to know, Lucia, is how that snake folk, whatever they're called, knew to
Yanti?
use your the Yanti. Well, I don't know what they're called here.
Serpent folk.
Serpent folk. That's right. How the serpent folk knew to emulate your father's appearance.
They probably captured one of the humanoid on the surface, interrogated them, and learned this information.
Yeah, or it could just be that, to mimic somebody that has the same general traits that you do, so it's easy for the snake folk to imitate another snake.
There's another way they could have known what disguise to take. They could have listened to my thoughts, but I didn't feel anything, so that's one way.
All of these track.
Yeah.
Qazah will go over to, before anything else happens, Qazah will go over to Zandu and give him a lay on hands.
Alrighty.
Yeah. I don't have any healing magic, and you guys are gonna stop vomiting on yourselves any second now.
Yeah, it still stinks. The people that failed their saves will get better in a little while, but it's still like, it does not smell good here.
Oh my gosh, I hear you again. What happened?
You gotta lay on
I'll
hands.
give you some healing.
For 5, I
Yeah.
believe.
For 5. Is that all that happened?
Oh no, excuse me, that's
No,
that's
that's
the
a different
alchemist
thing.
fire.
You take 5 points of damage.
Whoops! Humans like
the
fire,
dog's
right?
dead?
Blah.
1d6.
I don't hear the combat music anymore. Are all the dogs gone?
Yes, they ran
Well,
off.
they ran away. They're not all dead.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of them still alive.
Okay, so as Lucia put the body onto the dragon mount, she gave a short service to Yarba, giving a Serenite ritual, or to the best of her ability. She may be a necromancer, but she have a feeling still.
Make a knowledge religion check. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I spent enough time with Serenite, so I would have had learned at least something
It's a
about
lot.
Okay.
The check has a
It-
significant bonus.
28.
Yeah, you can
plus
figure it out.
modifier.
Yeah, you got it.
Yep.
Kane would call that shoelacing, and that's what I've done here.
Yep. so I sort of act out the
You do literally have a Serenite in the party now, too. So
True. So.
Oh, are you a Serenite?
yeah, I'm Cult of the Dawnflower.
Oh, that's right. It's been a while.
It's been a few
Wow.
sessions.
Yeah. How could
Former
I?
cult of the Dawnflower. It doesn't exactly agree with what they've been doing, I think.
The Faith is experiencing quite
That
a bit of
is,
upheaval.
that is not the Cult of the Dawnflower. Those are supposedly Serenites that are doing that, not specifically Cult of the Dawnflower. I would say they are not.
They are definitely heretics, but well, Lucia is grieving at the moment.
Well, Francis is also going to cure light wounds on Zandu, because I guess he's
Oh,
pretty beat up.
I have potions I can use. Go.
Well, I get these spells back every day.
Oh yeah, true. True.
So take your 12 hit points and don't look gift horse in the mouth.
No, I was just trying to preserve resources in case we get attacked again, but you're right, you do get the spells back. The potions I gotta buy again.
I only prepared 1 cure light wounds anyways.
Gotcha. Yeah.
The only cure spell I actually get on level.
If
Right.
you're still down some, Qazah can do another lay on hands for you.
Anybody else taking ass kicking? Because I can't help you.
I am back to full hit points now.
As the infernal healing ticks up on him.
Yeah,
Well-
Zandu is still less than half.
5.
I have 14 more.
Rough.
14 more.
The fuck?
I have 14 scroll that. That's better than a cure light wound potion, effectively.
Yeah.
There you go.
Wait, is Pogue casting Cure Light?
Pogue
He's
is a
got a
bard.
wand.
Pogue is a
No.
bird.
Yeah,
Pogue I forget Pogue has spells, because Pogue like never uses spells, but they're there.
Yeah, so...
They have the uses. They're good for healing up cuts and venereal disease.
That's right.
You're like laying a lot down. I don't know who, like, are those going
I just threw three at me.
Okay.
Oh,
Sorry.
on yourself. I see.
Yes.
I needed to get... But let me check my spell slots. So I never use them, so I don't... It's like, I'll be a bard, and the bard spells suck. And
Oh man, the bar spells are so good though.
Tommy,
Timely
quick,
inspiration, real good.
You just have to have the right spells, my man.
Tommy, quick question. Bodies, are they considered objects?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I definitely need to shrink your body to give him a proper burial in the future.
Fair enough.
Or we could cut them into 5 pieces and throw them into the bag of holding.
On the subject of bodies, the troglodytes are all snow at this point. It's still pretty stinky, kind of a brownish, but snow they are.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I'm doing all right on hit points. I'm still at 90.
I can.
You're at freaking 90? That's...
How many?
crap.
Do you need some cure light wound?
Like, if you got spell slots left and other people have hit point damage, hit them.
How's Oleg?
I can
Oleg
heal,
did. Oh yeah, I suppose Oleg took automatic damage.
And he has half hit points.
I have cure light wound potions on me and infernal healing, but I don't think most people want infernal healing on them.
Oleg has 51 hit points minus however much automatic damage we took.
Yeah, just knowing.
Xandu is at 30 out of 65 right now.
Okay, I give you 3 of my cure light wound.
Xandu has potions.
We're just using. We're just hoping that.
We're just hoping to get spell slots out of the way for people who have healing stuff.
So when are we
Oleg
resting?
still got 46.
So when are we resting?
It doesn't
they
take.
know you're here, so it's not going to be very long before they're cowardly right now, but they are going to come back sooner or later.
Yeah, there's a
You're
lot
going
of
to
them.
have to move.
All right, I'm gonna.
Qazah and Randy's in character is exactly what I was about to say out of character. This is not a safe place to rest any longer.
So I could cure light, or you could drink some potions, and I could save the cure light wounds
In case we get ambushed again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But I do have extra potions too if they.
Yeah, I bought a bunch of cure moderate.
Yeah, I think we all did, right?
Nope. Yes. Nope.
Those over
That's
there.
an extra 21.
Maybe.
If I remember, only Xandu got moderate potions.
Oh no, I got 10 of them.
Yeah, right. We bought a bunch off of Enderlin. Just can't remember how many I bought.
Regardless of how you feel, we should probably move from this place and go to the one about 4 hours that way, if you want to go up out of the city. Otherwise, I can lead you somewhere else, but it could be just as dicey.
Qazah, lead us to somewhere safe. And you see Lucia is in a terrible mood at the current moment.
I'm gonna vote for into the forest, but if we want to go into the city, that's an option.
Are we going to the Wildwood? Or are you talking about?
Yes, the forest outside of Casimir is the one I'm talking about.
Yes. So let's go to the Wildwood. I agree.
Alrighty, the party starts moving. The wagon's wrong too. The carriage, that's better. That Lucia's horse was carrying is, I don't remember. I rolled a 15 and I rolled something else. It took both of the damages. It's pretty beat up.
I definitely, the carriage. I think it is just on hit points. It is close to being destroyed permanently.
So what happens to it now, though?
So it is a beat up carriage at the current moment.
But how do we transport it?
Let's see. I could have my dragon drag it along.
Or burn it into
That is very loud. I am just going to say that is very loud.
I'm thinking
you
burning.
you don't need the carriage. We have a flying carpet.
Yep. So I'm just thinking burning the carriage would be a good idea to give a warning to the troglodytes of some kind.
Well, it would certainly give them something else to look at.
Yep. So that will give us more time. to flee.
Adam, what's that dungeoneering check for? This is real good.
Making sure we don't bump into anybody else while we're on our way.
Ah, I see. Alrighty, the dungeoneering check is noted. You
Going
guys take
through
off.
the right tunnels, not the left tunnels.
Alrighty.
I just put a note in there, Tommy. So,
You got
if
it.
I would ask Qazah if you could, as we're going towards the forest, if you could keep your eye out for what you might think or remember are routes up to other parts of the city, it would be much appreciated.
That shouldn't be too hard, little... Well, you look different than last time. Are you a boy or a girl? Wait.
I got a viper, I'm a boy.
Are you an adult or are you a child?
I'm an adult halfling, and I'm a boy.
It's too bad it's not a python.
That's the way that the way that I was born was as an adult boy. my adult boy as a halfling boy. I'm still a halfling boy.
He's been stricken with a curious case of Benjamin Button.
Better.
Just older now.
Accurate.
Just older now. Yes, we're so small we come out as a.
He's a wee adult boy.
Oh, yeah, right.
Alrighty, so
I was just trying to clarify.
I'll keep that 35 in mind. This percentage dice is to determine that my internet is lagging. Damn it. We'll never know. There it goes. This percentage dice is to determine if Qazah is able to find other routes into Casimir. He most certainly is. There are several of them throughout the path. Like, you could almost come up wherever you wanted to. Within reason. Like, you couldn't, like, pop up in the palace, because, like, the Darrow aren't going to be raiding Casimir there. They get shot in the head. But any of the slums, any of the market district, any of, like, even towards the docks,
the dog's teeth, that kind of thing. You can probably find routes.
Yes.
Okay.
The second percentage dice is to determine if you guys are attacked during this 4 hours of travel. There is a sizable circumstance bonus on it from Qazah's knowledge of engineering. But the sizable bonus is not enough. Because I rolled an 11. Everyone make a perception check.
I'm glad I healed up.
Oops, sorry.
I have dark vision if it matters for something hiding in the dark.
Understood.
36? Yeah, I have dark vision too.
Alrighty. So Xandu doesn't see it. Well, it probably has a stealth check, right? This thing that's coming out of the back of my mind here. I've known I wanted to use one of these for a long time. Okay, so here's its stealth check.
Well, that's never good.
You'll like it the most. I don't think anyone sees it. So there's going to be a surprise round.
Yeah.
I don't think Enterling made it back, so I won't target him. I will assign control of that token to Pogue. I'm on the map layer. No, so you guys see out of nowhere from the ceiling drops this towering menace of aberration, just drops forth from the ceiling.
Oh boy.
Its head seems to be aligned, like it drops down, the head facing you. There's going to be a surprise round for how this pans out. But it, like, the head opens and it's kind of like a flower blooming as it opens, like, from the top of its head. These four arms splitting at the elbows, bifurcated into, like, weird insectile arms reach out. Without making a check, I will say that Qazah is definitely able to identify a Gug. When he sees a Gug, this one seems a little more important than the average Gug is. Let's slap everybody on the board real quick and I'll take another initiative. Qazah the Colorful. Not Randall. Francis. Xandu.
Randall.
I will note also that, Lucia, your Raven/Imp did take all of that damage. Thumb's blowing up. Okay. I will let you guys... I will give this control to Pogue. I'll let you guys arrange yourselves on the board, then I'll put the Gug down.
My familiar, he would be alive still, but he almost died from that fight.
Understood.
You should heal him up.
Yeah, I don't need to. He have fast heal.
Oh, that is correct. Yeah, because
Yeah, DR and fast heal are monster best friend at times.
is real good. Yeah, controlled by.
Qazah would probably be leading, since he was, well, leading everybody. So I don't know which way we're coming from.
Yeah, which way are we coming from?
It's arbitrary. It's just a grid for like where everything happens.
All right.
All right, Pogue has control of the Viper token. This thing's not gonna look like how it's supposed to, because I'm gonna grab a quick one from Roll20. But I'm not gonna grab a bull. That's kind of close. It's closer than I thought I'd find. We'll use that.
All right.
Once everybody is arranged, I will kick off the surprise round.
All right.
I'll take this.
Qazah, are you going to be out here in the
battle screen.
Oh, is that big thing our Viper?
Yes.
Yes.
Pogue should have
And
control of it.
that's Lucia's dragon.
Mm-hmm.
I have control over the Viper. Yeah. That's what she said. So, Qazah, yeah, there we go.
So,
Did we lose Enderling?
We did.
My initiative is 10.
Understood. I'm lagging pretty hard, but I'm getting there.
That Viper should give the Gug a hug.
Yeah. The Viper's 15.
Lucy's got a 10. First initiative.
Yes.
Alright, well, his initiative tracks off yours, so.
Oh, okay. So never mind.
And Qazah, did he give me an initiative check? I don't know if he did or not. Adam, give me. Oh, you
9.
did. You got a 9. Oh, rough. Alright, the Gug is going to go first.
Qazah is not. Qazah was too busy leading people. He was not paying as much attention.
Fair enough.
Talking with Pogue about, oh, this way will lead up, for sure.
I want to use this in force, but I don't feel like having a huge encounter. Is the board set?
I believe so.
I am sad.
Alrighty, so
Where's Enderling?
he is asleep in a bag of holding because he dropped, and I'm not going to attack him while he's dropped.
You did cut him up?
No,
You
no.
put him in the bag of holding?
You could just spritz a little water on him. Alright.
Yeah.
This thing is
Fresh
smart.
like carrot.
We threw him in there with a cup of water.
So what it's going to do is the ceiling here is about 20 foot high. So it's going to reach down. I said it dropped down, but you don't see that it hooks a leg awkwardly back into this hole that it shouldn't have been able to come out of. It kind of squeezes the out of the hole as it goes to attack you. And it's going to attack Qazah. Qazah is flat-footed and not aware of the attack, so we are just going to roll it. It targets his flat-footed plus this. Man, this is not the time for Roll20 to be lagging out on me. I want to type 17, please. Roll20, there we go. Does a 27 hit you? It does? For 1d8 plus, not that much. For 9 damage, Pogue, you're on.
All right.
Do I have time to yell what it is?
You do.
It's a Gug, a big one.
Bug yells back. What's a Gug?
What does that mean?
What's a Gug? It takes out his bow and shoots at him from where he's standing.
Zandu yells at Poe, that thing!
This is definitely something. Aberrations are right up at Druid's alley.
Yeah.
Yeah, these
29.
figures are definitely new for Lucia aberrations.
29 does hit.
26? Or do I get 2 attacks with the bow?
You do.
All right, 29, 26.
Well, no, is your base attack greater than 6?
Is my base what?
Is your base attack higher than 6?
It is. Wait a minute. I set up the macros for it because
It should be 6.
Right.
Okay, then you have 2 attacks, that's correct.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Yes, it is 6.
Alrighty, understood.
So 29, 26, 8 and 11.
8 and 11 damage. Alright, yeah, he takes it. He doesn't seem to have any means of resisting it either. The arrow's embedded in this thing. It kind of squishes as this happens, in response to the arrow hitting it, almost as if it would go back into the hole.
Excuse me, my Viper 15-foot reach. Can you get him from here?
He can.
All right, then we're gonna do 3 attacks, which I've not put into the thing yet. So it's ability side plus 25, I think. 30.
Yeah, that nails him.
39.
Understood. He is immune to poison.
Okay, so then it's going to be 2d8 3 times.
Okay.
Which means I'm just going to roll 6d8.
Sure.
Alright, 36.
Understood. If that is all.
That is all.
Righty, Zandu, what's up?
Oh, Poke's got 5 foot step.
Alright. Zandu will step over to here. And then cast Burst of Radiance on this thing.
Alrighty. Here comes, but will save. Ooh, that hurts.
Papa.
I'm sure I'm evil. Yeah, I'm quite
It's
evil.
reflex partial.
Alrighty, reflex is worse for me. Tight. And I roll a 13, it fails. I assume.
Yeah, for sure.
Alrighty. So I take 14 damage. I am blinded.
And you're blinded for...
Is that a 14 or
that's
17?
not right. There's supposed to be something else in there. That's 14 damage. There should be something else in there, though. Let's see. The macros are wigging out on me. So I'm just checking this. It's just 1d4 rounds blinded.
Okay.
1 round.
Alrighty, I am blind for a round. It hisses an undercommon.
Tommy, so the lighting, it is
What
dark.
does it hiss?
It's bad words. This is an adult podcast.
Oh.
But sometimes adult people use adult words in. You have been warned. I have spoken this time. The lighting, assume you can see, like, I'm not going to draw a board because it's not, like, mega relevant. It's just like a combat map real quick, but it's like there and there is your path, and it drops down from the ceiling.
Okay, so the lighting, is it... do I need dark vision?
You can... I assume someone had cast light.
Yep, so... Okay, so I can definitely see the creature then.
Alrighty. If that's all for Zandu, Lucy is up.
Hold up. I'm not in the initiative.
Why aren't you in the initiative?
I don't know, but I have a 15.
Is that better than Lucia?
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
Yep.
All
You
right.
go be...
Go,
you
Francis.
go be... Go, Francis,
all
go.
I'm gonna do is wild shape into a Viper Vine and move.
Got it.
That's all I can do.
So I will do a breath attack for my dragon, and I will cast magical missile on the Gug creature.
Alrighty.
Do I need to beat its SR or no?
You do not. It does not have spell resistance.
Okay,
It takes
so I
15
need it to
damage.
make a reflex save.
Alrighty. Here I go again with that save that's not so good. 9 natural, 1. Alright.
Oh, baby.
Give me some damage.
48 acid damage.
Sure, we can double it. Alrighty,
Yep.
this thing's not happy.
Yep, so one dead Gug. At least Lucia is putting her vengeance or killing things to get her anger out.
Sometimes you gotta work those feelings out, man. Is that all?
Yep.
That's... The token I found is pretty much what a Gug looks like. I don't know what's going on with the head, though.
Yeah, that is a Gug, but there's
It's a
definitely
Gug.
something wrong with its head.
It's a Gug
Yes.
on, like, some festival. Qazah, you're up.
That is a Gug for sure.
It looks like it's eating a really, really happy Varg.
Oh my god, it does. Or the Vargle has implanted the Gug, and that's the act of the Vargle coming up.
Yeah.
Adam, I don't know if you're there, but it's, oh, he's on Burb. Alrighty, Adam's holding action. The Gug is unhappy. The Gug... What is the Gug going to do?
I don't know, what is he doing?
Oh, he's back.
Adam's back, good, it's Adam's turn. You almost got skipped, dude.
No, I was hurrying. All right. Qazah will say the obligatory surrender. You should surrender or die. In Undercommon.
He just hisses angrily.
He will move here, and he will attempt to acrobatics so that he does not incur attacks of opportunity.
Understood.
However, he is moving more than 10 feet. What's my acrobatics? Pretty high. Yes. Plus 16.
Yeah, 20 does not get there, so you're moving greater than 10 feet?
Yes.
Does that mean 15 feet?
Well, I had to move more than 5 feet. I had to move at least 10 feet to get my bonus. So I'm moving from here.
Okay, to where you are now? Alright, so it will provoke twice.
It's alright.
Here we go with the bites. So that's a 31 for the first attack. Ooh. Unless you want to try to parry it. We've been house ruling very incorrectly for a long time at BDGHQ that immediate actions are not swift actions, so you can parry and riposte to your heart's content.
Alright, I would like to parry that bite with a flash of the Serenite Scimitar.
Alrighty.
Shining Light. Shining Twilight. Sparkling Twilight, that's what it is. Alright. So I roll... Well, doesn't work if I do that.
Alrighty. So I believe you've used your hero point.
Yep.
So what's gonna happen is... What is gonna happen? Does anybody want to grab him? Anybody got a hero point left for the guy who's been gone for 6 months? Shows back up.
I'll give him one.
Alrighty. You may re-roll, sir.
Okay.
Alright, 22 does not quite get there. So the attack will, assuming a 31 hits you, the attack will resolve. Will resolve for 8 points of damage. I'm so good at stuff. And then the second attack comes down for a 19 to hit. Well, I should ask if you'd like to parry before I roll. Would you like to parry?
No.
Alright, so 19 misses. I'm assuming.
Yes, it definitely does.
Alright, fair enough. That is all the interruptions I have. The Gug lunges out with his weird mouth thing, and one of them gets you pretty good, but the other one, like, he's off balance as he, like, back up into the hole and tries to go again.
Alright, well, I'm gonna swing at it then. And let me see.
It is blinded, by the way, if that affects any of that.
That is correct. Hang on 1 second. I forgot I'm blinded.
He has to be... Well, then he wouldn't have hit me.
Well, he might. He has blind fight, so I get to roll this twice. And I do connect. I am able to find you.
Okay. Well, which one did you roll the D100 for both of them, right?
Yeah, okay.
A 6 and an 82.
And he has blind fight, so he gets to roll it twice. So I'll roll for the second one. The second one also happened because he got an 89.
Okay. Alright then, so yeah. So I would take the 8. Qazah will declare The thing did not indicate that it wanted to surrender, correct?
It did not. It indicated that it wanted to eat you.
Then he's going to get. They're going to declare a smite on it.
Alrighty.
And that will definitely change this roll. 1d20.
Yeah, it hits by a mile. 37. Oh yeah. You got him.
So he takes 1d6 plus 2, I think. Let me make sure. Yep, because I can't add dex. Wait, did you guys house rule that dex goes to damage when you use weapon finesse?
That is correct. Yeah, you've got dex to damage.
Oh. Well, then I've been doing it wrong.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry, I forgot to remind you.
That's 1d6 plus 6. Did that roll through?
But that's not true for bows, correct?
Right, not those.
Okay.
I don't think that rolled through.
It did not.
No.
1d.
We're gonna start having the same problems here that we had on Saturday. We're all gonna have to break out real dice.
Yeah. For once, I actually have actual dice on my side.
You gotta come prepared, brother. You never know when Roll20 is gonna crap out on you.
I actually have 10 set of dice to roll.
This is one of the reasons that one of my patrons is teaching me how to use Fantasy Grounds this weekend. Not committing to a conversion yet, but
Hey, dude, I can teach you how to use it. Okay.
13. I imagine a shimmering light streaks across, as flashy as Qazah wants to be. He makes sure to give it a bit of a flourish as it strikes the gug.
Alright, so the Gug takes all that damage. I have accidentally unplugged my microphone, so I had to shut off OBS and make it go again. So I have a little bit of editing to do after this. The Gug is not happy. Is that all, Adam?
That's all, yes.
Alrighty, so it goes to the Gug's turn. The Gug is going to mechanically take the withdraw action. You guys see it kind of just like suck its way back up into this hole that like Pogue could try to fit through on Pogue's best day. Pogue could maybe squeeze in there, but this thing just effortlessly just back up into the hole. And combat ends.
Wow.
No, you're not handling.
Did you brutalize this thing while I was gone? Did I turn into a giant snake monster? Nothing?
Yes.
It survived, it ran away.
That's what I'm saying. Did he brutalize it real bad?
Probably.
We did a lot of damage to it, but it's still alive and kicking.
No, well, yeah, they're cowards.
Well, Qazah would not. Qazah still has smite on it, so he knows where it is. He has dark vision too. Can he see it up in there?
You can see it kind of moving through the hole. It's compression is a funny universal monster rule. It like goes up this little crevasse and then takes a hard corner. You can feel it.
Before it gets too far, Qazah would want to whip out Mistress Qajulan's bow and shoot at it.
Yeah, sure. I'll give you a quick pot shot.
And Poke you and the Viper.
Alright, the Viper doesn't have a bow, I imagine.
But before he got too far up, doesn't he have to reach?
Could I?
What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let Qazah get one quick one and Pogue as well. It took the withdraw action, so it didn't provoke.
So we're underground.
Correct.
Would Tremor Sense be able to see it?
Possibly.
23 and a 29.
Doesn't hit. None of those connect. You guys are trying to shoot through a little tiny crevasse at a vague, like, it's that way!
Yep.
They just kind of, like, the arrows break as they hit the rock and fall down. Tremor Sense would probably, definitely figure it out. but it's like it's gone at this point. It's out of. You'd have to like you'd be playing Minesweeper essentially.
Okay.
And Qazah yells after it in Undercommon. And tell your friends to stay away from us too.
Well, this lasts an hour per level, so I guess I'll just stick a snake. I am Snick.
You are Snick.
Neck. Do you have a hat, though? That is the question.
No, but I am very large and very strong. I give free rides.
Pogue looks at Qazah and goes, "Hey, my snake is bigger than yours."
Qazah just looks at him and says, "It's not always about the size, friend. You short things should know that."
Yeah, you
Starts
got
walking.
me there.
Give me literally one more level.
Them's fighting words. Alright, so you go ahead, Adam. Or not Adam, Donald is your name. Too many friends!
Qazah, lead on.
You guys are able to make it through the Darklands the rest of the way to the next entrance uncontested. It's...
Yes.
Qazah would know that Gugs aren't solitary creatures, and if this thing's running off, it probably ran off to get bigger, scarier friends or more friends.
I really wish I hadn't brought up that encounter those weeks ago.
The
I didn't
creature
get
will be
five.
returning. I suggest we find a place to stay that is safer.
Agreed.
Maybe above ground.
You guys do reach the passage that Qazah knows about that will dump you out into the Verduran forest.
You just gotta be prepared for the cold once we get up there.
You do, and the snow.
I did with the time traveling up there. I would have had prepared my other level 1 spell that I didn't prepare. So
Which ones are those specifically? Because you had sent me a list of spells that you had prepared, and you didn't have a chance to rest, and you didn't have the 10 minutes to like fill an unfilled slot.
we had like hours to go up, so I could prepare those spells while we are traveling.
Did you have 8 hours of rest? You had 4 hours of travel.
I didn't use all
We didn't get any rest.
I
We
didn't
didn't get any
use-
rest.
You can sleep on the giant snake monster. I'm not happy about it.
I didn't use those slots up, so I hadn't prepared anything for those. So
but you
could I,
actually, what you did was you sent me on a private message, like I asked, a list of the spells you had prepared, and those are the spells you have prepared.
Yes, I did, and then +4 to prepare later in the day. Yeah. So I just put that.
So we're about to take a long rest anyway.
Ah, I see. You're correct. Fair enough.
Yep. So I would cast Endure Elements on 3 other people.
Okay.
And myself. So whoever wants Endure Elements for 24 hours.
Me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one for Poe and then another person and another person.
If we're about to take an prolonged rest, I'll prepare that spell when the time comes, but otherwise all I have is communal resist energy.
So if we're going to be taking a long rest soon, I would probably find a nice spot in the forest to bury Yarva, and would probably ask Qazah to aid me in the necessary rituals to give Yarva a proper Serenite burial.
Okay, so you guys have not anywhere near made the forest yet. You
Oh, I
guys,
thought
you guys have made the entrance out of the Darklands, exit from the Darklands rather, that Qazah knows about. That will spit you out in the forest.
That will.
Yeah, it's
So
a
we're
matter
in
of you guys don't need a perception check. It looks like a really busted up spiral staircase that ends something like 300 feet above your head. That seems to like lead, like as if it was like a giant tower, essentially, that was exposed to the elements.
Well, up we go.
Yep, let go.
Alright,
I will go first because I'm the biggest and I have the most hit points.
Alright, how do you get there? It is about
I
300
think I
feet
have
over
more
your
hit points than you know.
Just
Oh, this. So we have to get up somehow.
correct.
Okay, I will shapeshift again into a sargassum fiend, which has a climb speed.
Alrighty, let me see how generous the percentage dice are.
Wait,
Okay.
do we need to fly up there, or there's stairs?
They're the stairs end, again, like 300 feet over your head.
Yeah, I thought you meant the other end of the stairs, not the bottom
No,
end.
no, that's the
Yeah.
very bottom of it. It ends, like, you
Yeah.
look up and you see where it hangs off.
The same mistake I made.
There's enough, like, wall and stalagmite that the Sargassum Fiend can figure out a way up there. But as soon as he touches the bottom stair just, like, breaks off from the rest of the staircase. No one's under it, no one's in danger, but it does land with a loud, resounding crack as the stone hits the bottom and breaks.
How
Oh,
many?
boy.
So the staircase. It's not broken still.
No, it's very broken. Again,
Okay.
it ends about 300 feet over your head where it had broken, and it broke further when Francis touched it.
Okay, so I can't get up this staircase.
I can actually.
Qazah is keeping an eye out, just an eye and an ear out, just in case, because that's a loud noise in a cavernous area.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah.
I can actually fly everyone up there.
We have a magic carpet.
And also, Francis
Yeah.
would see as he gets up there, as the stairs turn around, like the stair comes up again, like kind of like a spiral staircase, and when it turns right to begin the spiral, the wall kind of like comes in. So there's about an inch and a half of space,
What?
like where like the wall comes in where the stairs. That's how much space exists as the stairs go up.
An inch
So we
and a half.
can't go up these stairs at all.
Not as you are.
Well, I can't turn into smoke.
Come on, that's villain. Come on, Kane. You know that in my villains 101 thing, it's always gaseous form until you get up to those others.
Well, that's good for people who are villains.
Or be a Nosferatu and turn into like a swarm of bats or rats and just walk there.
Or have lots of gas.
So I see a natural 20 on a perception check from Qazah. This is Qazah looking around for stuff that might ambush you. Is that correct?
Yeah, keeping an eye out.
Alright, you think you'll be fine for the foreseeable future. You get this
Should be all right, just
serendipitous
keep it
natural
down.
20 feeling run across your head, and you think that you'll be alright for a little while.
Nice.
The best I can do is try and dig us out. Otherwise, I don't have any spells that'll get us through that gap.
You could just widen the gap and hope the whole thing doesn't fall down, but that might be a bad idea.
Well, he just climbed to the top. He didn't actually go. He didn't climb to the top. He just climbed to the stairs, right?
Yeah, but the area inside the staircase seems to have been, like, partially collapsed.
Actually, from Francis's eyes, it would look more as if somebody, like, magicked it closed by manipulating the rock.
Ah.
So magically open by manipulating the rock.
Yeah, which would
Basically
require me
the
to take a
alternative.
long rest and re-prepare spells.
Qazah would ask, well, would you have said that to the group?
Yes, Sargassum
I mean-
Fiend. Would you have said that to the group?
Hey, can I talk?
Says the plant monster.
Well, I don't have beast speak.
What even is a Sargassum Fiend? I have no
prepared.
clue what that is.
It's basically an upgraded shambling mound,
Oh, neat. Okay.
Okay.
made of seaweed instead of grass and offal.
Gross.
I have blind sense and tremor sense 120.
You're sure there's nothing within 120 feet of you?
You know, the question is if you can, like, would open close possibly work on that? Excuse me. If it's magical, it might be like a doorway type thing. Or
And
maybe
if
it
they
was
sealed it with magic. If they sealed it with magic, like collapsed it and molded the stone, it doesn't work like a doorway.
yeah. If they collapse it, it's different. But if it's something, if
What, you
it's
think
made to
we're gonna
look
have
like
to
collapsed stone.
I am thinking...
think we're gonna have to speak friend and enter?
Maybe.
I have an idea. Would the withered spout dimensional door be able to get to the other side of the debris? Possibly.
You can see through it. There's, like I said, there's like an inch and a half of space, but you can see on the other side that you can pop in there.
Okay, so this is a plan. I'm going to have my dragon fly up to the top there with me, and then we're going to move the rocks via that way with the dragon on the other side, doing most of the heavy lifting.
Can your dragon cast?
Yes. It can.
Okay.
How
Wait,
big
what
is
do you
the
need to
door
heavy
on the-
lift?
on the other side? How big is
Yeah.
the tunnel? Will it fit a
Wait,
large
what do you need to
creature?
What do you need to heavy lift?
Moving the rocks.
Do you think a viper with a strength of 25 could do it?
Yeah,
and
you
you
get
got
up there.
a big seaweed monster with a strength of 21 up there too.
So how heavy is the creature?
It's 5,000 pounds. That's the problem.
85,000?
No,
Jesus.
5,000.
Oh, 5,000?
Yeah.
What is
Smaller
your
than an
dragon's
elephant.
strength score again?
It is 29, so...
29. So
I-
that's over your
The
light
real
load.
question-
I'm about 99% sure, so you cannot
Yep,
both carry the
it's-
viper and fly.
The real question is, what is Enderling's strength score?
Oh, higher than mine. That's for goddamn sure.
Fully buffed, you can get up to 34.
That's pretty high.
It is
Yeah, but
strong.
That'll move some stone.
he'll be really pissed off and on drugs.
Right? How far up is this?
Again, it's about 300 feet over your head. There's
You
a
also
little,
probably noticed that Enderling's been making a couple of extracts while you guys are all just discussing things.
So I could fly Enderling up there then.
you could.
Yep. So that.
So we know that there's enough space on the other side for a medium creature to occupy.
It would seem that way, yeah. It takes
Could
the
Enderling-
passage takes another like sharp turn on the other side, so it's hard to say how much space is exactly there. But there seems to be at least like mechanically one square.
In 80 minutes, could Enderling reach Could Enderling reach that gap, the space that's too small for a normal creature to fit through,
By like
Depends on
gaseous
how he
forming
gets up there.
like spider climb?
Yeah, easily.
And then with 16 minutes, could I pass through that gap
Yeah,
with a 10-foot fly speed?
you could.
Okay.
Wait, at what size though?
Gaseous.
Gaseous
At gaseous-
form.
Oh, gaseous form. Yeah, I thought
See,
you
I
said.
told you. Gaseous form.
Spells real good.
Yeah. We're all very impressed.
I can with the dragon. I can potentially cast fly on everyone once the rock's been moved.
Okay.
I'm fine where I am.
Spider climb lasts far longer than gaseous form and fly.
So what is the plan? I'm thinking of taking Enderling up to the rock so he can move them.
Yeah, well, he can gaseous form through the gap, so he can get on
He
top of it.
can get up there on his own too with a spider climb. I thought he said.
That is very true.
Yes.
Do you want another set of hands on that side?
Don't know how I'm going to move them out.
Yeah, again, it's not a matter of moving a bunch of rocks. It's literally like somebody in some weird like Photoshop program grabbed the side of the wall that the stairs are going up into and like pulled it. So there's no like you could knock the wall out, but it's not like move some rocks, we're good. It's not like that.
Yeah, no, I get that. Like, I get that. I should have said something. Yeah, it's like someone stone-shaped the walls in.
Exactly.
Huh.
So we're standing next to like clearly a produced tower.
Yeah, it pretty much looks like what you guys are seeing on the board, and those crystals are there. There's enough natural light down here that everybody can see fine.
Oh, so it's a column, not exactly a spire.
More or less.
Okay. So does it look quote unquote man-made?
Yeah, it's very, very clearly man-made.
And we don't see an entrance. No one's looked for an entrance.
The staircase hangs down from the ceiling, and it looks like it goes like up into the ceiling.
Oh, but no one's looked for like an entrance. Is that the only thing we see that's like some sort of entryway.
Yeah,
Quote
yeah.
unquote.
So what I understand is, at one point there was a spiral staircase extending all the way from the ceiling to the ground, but at some point someone knocked that over and sealed up the top.
Well, or it collapsed from natural
Or it collapsed.
decay.
Both of those track.
Tommy, quick question. So the stone that is blocking our way. If I used Dragon Breath, would that destroy the wall and use enough time to get through to the other side? Is that one possible way?
It depends on what the wall is made of. It depends on mechanically. It depends on how well you roll. It depends.
It also depends on like whether or not it's a supporting thing where the whole thing would collapse if we did that.
Well, no, because if it was a column that went all the way from the ceiling to the floor, anything that was holding it up is already gone.
Yeah. So you imagine it's the ceiling holding it up. Like, it's pretty well grafted in there. Also, I will say that if you do this, anything that, like, causes a loud noise is bad.
Yeah.
There was one perception check made by Qazah that was a natural 20, so you're riding for now. But if the whole staircase comes down into that lake, again, ignore the octopus thing, that's not there. But, like, the Gug that ran away probably has friends. Qazah knows this, and Qazah also knows that Gugs are smart enough that usually they attack in, like, groups of much more than one. Next time you probably won't be just one hanging out.
Okay. Enderling's going to, like, walk up to the spire, to the column, to the stalactite and stalagmite that have grown together. I'm going to tap on the side of it to see if it might be hollow inside.
Okay.
And then that perception check is for that.
That's a good question. And which one do you want? I rolled an 89 on the perception.
Which one do I want? I want it to be hollow inside, because maybe we could hack our way into the center of it and fly up to the center.
Okay, then it is hollow. I rolled very well.
Enderling presents what I just discussed as an option.
It might
The
be best to do
sarcasm
something-
beam burbles affirmatively in your direction.
It
Can
turns
might
you
be
do
better
it
not to make
quietly?
noise.
I mean,
Someone
I
has
would
to have
very
a spell
much
that we
like
can
it
get
to
in
do it
there.
quiet. So I don't think that's an option.
Well, so long as we don't drop the stalactite to the ground from the ceiling.
I mean, that's
how-
an extreme example. Loud noise is still loud noise.
How many acid splashes would it take to carve a way into the center?
As many chickens as it will take you to get to 20th.
So that would be about 80,000 or so.
80,000 acid splashes. You will be there for a while. Just.
I will just do the
gotta
math. I would just do the math to see how long it would take.
You gotta get over the hardness of the stone too. And
No, you
stone
don't.
is usually fairly resistant to.
Not for acid.
isn't
It goes through the hardness.
Yeah.
Acid ignores
stone?
object hardness.
I learned something today.
Me too.
Fire ignores hardness too, but only on certain
Like wood and
objects.
stuff.
Wood,
Yeah. Anything that'll burn.
plant.
Yeah,
Well-
and I thought acid wouldn't go through like stone or something like that.
I don't think it works on non-reactive material.
Again, it will also depend on the nature of the rock here.
I don't know. I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure it ignores hardness.
If we were to use acid splash constantly, it would take about an hour and 20 minutes of constantly doing that.
Just long enough for the hordes of Gug to find you.
That would also depend on the thickness of it, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's a lot of variables.
I think
floating
he's
around.
basing it off of the chicken comment.
The chicken paradigm. It's like a bad episode of the original series of Star Trek.
Ugh.
Well, if I was able to detect the fact that it was hollow, if I tapped on something that was incredibly thick, I wouldn't be able to tell if it was hollow.
He is right.
If we go breaking it up, I truly think that it would be good if we also did it like very quickly, because Otherwise, those things will be back super fast before we can even get back up there and finish our digging.
Considering how easy it was to tell how hollow this thing is, I could easily go through this quite quickly.
So I have a plan. So if Enderlane breaks through there quickly, I can fly everyone up there to safety. Then we can move the caves.
How are we ascending 300 feet with a 5,000-pound snake?
I can cast fly.
We lose the stupid thing. That's how we ascend.
What?
I can.
You gotta remember, Enderling is jealous of the snake.
Yeah. My
And I've also heard that no one has cast Mending on the snake, so the DR has absorbed some of the damage it took from the Trogs, but not all.
Oh, I'll cast Mending on snake.
Got it.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
I've been doing that while we were traveling.
Fly up to eight times plus another time I did prepare, so 9 times total. So
Well,
You all said that you had a carpet of some kind.
a carpet of flying, as a matter of fact. Yes, and I have armor that allows me to fly too. Woohoo!
And
The carpet won't get the snake up, though.
Extracts.
I can cast fly on the creature, on the construct to have it fly up there,
Sweet.
and then I can I can have fly. The dragon can fly on itself, so fly me up there with everyone.
I am not riding that dragon.
Yeah.
That's what the carpet's for, my friend.
Did we cast Mend on the carpet? Right.
Yeah, you guys did.
Yeah, we did.
Okay, that's what I thought. We were sitting there mending.
Yeah.
Qazah, the dragon is not going to hurt you unless you hurt it first.
I will hurt it first.
That is something I believe you would do.
Yeah,
I like how Lucia's trying to do a Qazah voice.
I noticed.
Yeah. I am terrible doing accents.
She just falls into it when she's talking with.
Yeah, it's a sympathetic accent.
Yeah.
It's sort of like when I tried to do the Russian accent and kept going Irish.
Or it's like me when I try to do any accents ever.
Oh,
I've been trying to stay Swedish, but I keep slipping across the Baltic.
Remember when you were trying to do Mercutio accents?
Yeah, I can't do Boston. That's why he's not in the campaign anymore, because I can't do that accent. I've embarrassed myself.
That's why he's
Joe,
not
at
in the
least you're
campaign.
only
It's not
slipping
for
across.
story reasons.
No, he's gone because I don't want you guys to have... No, he's gone because you guys decided you wanted to go to Casimir. So now he's off doing other things.
Joe, at least you're only slipping across the Baltic Sea. I'm slipping across the fucking Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah, you're going from Randu's, like, Virginia all the way over to, like, Northern Ireland.
It's a long distance to travel. So we have hit the 3-hour mark.
Through the wall.
If you guys, like, if there are any final actions we want to do, if anybody has any bright
How
ideas they want
about
to try.
how about we break through the wall as our final action, and if there's nothing, we get to the surface or past that.
You wish. Okay, so first thing,
No.
how do we want to try to break into the stalagmite?
That's Enderling.
Yeah, I was.
How much
I
time
was
has
wrong.
passed? Has 8 hours passed?
Not yet. You guys are
No.
probably also pretty tired. You're at the point where you would need to rest again.
So why don't we
If 8
set
hours has
somebody on
passed, my
fire,
illusion
that
is still
if-
going off.
set somebody on guard and take a full rest.
Well, Qazah would propose that once we started to break that down, that if it collapses or we can't make it or something like that, we immediately make our way back to the one that would lead us up into town in the other district. Because otherwise, we're gonna be in trouble.
Well, Stone Shape would let us get it a hole through it without taking it off the ceiling.
Yeah, why
Yeah,
hasn't anyone proposed
definitely.
that? What the hell?
We just gotta rest.
Now both I and Lucia
Can't
can
wait.
cast it.
So
we
why don't
cannot
we
wait 8 hours.
Well, if
If we
Lucia
wait
has
8
it, I can
hours,
cast it as well. Just let me see Lucia's spell
They
book.
will go.
If I use blood money, I can make a scroll.
Enderling can cast it right now. Just give Enderling her spell book, and he can make an extract of it.
Okay, I will do that.
Alrighty. So where specifically are we casting stone shape? Where like the wall meets the stairs, or are we casting it on like the stalagmite to try to open it?
Sort of like press it down like you're forming a piece of pottery. So like start in the middle and force an opening through the top.
Okay. On the stalagmite, just to confirm.
Yes.
Right.
The column.
Oh, on the column?
Yeah, that's what happened. When the stalactite and the stalagmite grow together, they're called a column.
Oh.
Yeah, but it broke apart.
No, that's
I thought
to clarify. There's a staircase like on the board. It's awkward. I'm gonna disable that grid so you guys can understand what
it goes up a stalagmite from the ceiling.
Yeah, but it itself. Hang on.
So a stalactite. Sorry, it's just.
It's awkward because I'm theater
stalagmite.
So like this thing here
ground.
Goes up to the ceiling. The staircase begins like here, and it's from here climbing up that you can reach it.
Okay, so
you said column, and I thought you were talking about the staircase again.
Wait, what? I thought there was a staircase on that column.
There's a staircase adjacent to it that you can reach it after. Like, Francis could get there by climbing this.
So the staircase is on a wall, not on the
staircase.
column
The
itself,
staircase is like in the middle of the ceiling, hanging down. Imagine like take a big gulp from the quick trip, turn it upside down, assume there's no liquid in it, put a straw.
I know exactly what a stalagmite is. You're just saying it really confusingly.
But it's not a stalagmite. This is a man-made staircase that's coming down.
Yeah, no. So the man-made staircase, it's on a column. Is that what you're saying?
No, it's just hanging from the ceiling.
It's like it's next to the column.
Correct.
So it's like I could touch the column from the staircase.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I was asking about. You were saying it's adjacent, like it's like on something else.
Yes. I knew that art degree would come in handy.
You did it.
I knew my basic education in physical science in college would also assist me in the fact that I understand what cave formations are called.
Alright, so we want to cast stone shape where?
I think he wants to do it on the column, not the staircase.
Alrighty. I should put anything on the board. So we're basically just trying to make a hole in this so we can climb up?
Well, so we have like a place that would go up. Like a sheltered place.
Okay. Alrighty. So you're able to do so. The stone is very easily shaped. It even, like, you don't break it as if we're trying to do the pottery thing, like Francis had described. But, like, as you push down the edges, like, it cracks like an egg, almost. That's how not stable this thing is. You're able to make the hole. The hole is big enough for stone shape. You guys are high enough level that you could fit the Viper and the Dragon through. But there's no means of, like, standing in there. The column is... however many... I rolled an 8 and a 10, so it's about 18 foot in circumference, so it just barely fits the Viper. You guys could all, in theory, huddle in there to rest, in theory. But as far as, like,
the idea was to go up.
But you would have to find a way to do that from, like, you've opened it up so you could go inside, now it's a matter of climbing it.
Yeah, fly.
Yeah, fly or spider climb or normal climb.
Okay.
Is it hollow all the way up, or is it just hollow at the base? I guess that's an important question.
That is important.
The hope was that it was hollow all the way up.
The percentage dice say it's hollow to, like... It's hard to say because you lose line of sight of the staircase, obviously, but it looks like it's hollow, like, right up to the point where the staircase starts, and then it closes off.
Well, we could use... If we rest... I could...
We can all do it. If
we want to rest, I suggest that we also seal ourselves in here.
Okay. I'm gonna climb back down, and I'm gonna turn back into a people person.
All right, Randy. That doesn't help the party
talking. This is Kane talking, not Randy. Sometimes we sound similar, but we're not. You have to remember, I come from Alberta. Us and Virginia are very spiritually similar.
Fair enough.
What?
The Texas of Canada.
Yeah. Just more oil and less cows. Still a lot of cows, though. Like a lot.
Yep, Missouri too.
Was not aware. Yes, Missouri, Oklahoma. Cows in the...
So, who is blocking the entranceway?
I heard Francis trying to do a people.
Yeah, so, alright, so if we're down here and we're... break, knock ourselves back out again. Climb, or fly, or however, back up to the top of here. Stone shape the passageway open, so that we can fly, slash float, slash climb, slash other climb, up to the surface. That's the plan?
That's what I'm hearing.
Alright, can we... unless we're going to be attacked in the night, can we fast forward to that bit?
You can fast forward through the night because you guys, like, if you are able to close the column, you can rest safely.
I think I can mostly close the column. If I open it just big enough, like, everyone enters and then I walk back and then we all just close it off just enough. It would just be, like, closed off enough that they wouldn't be able to enter.
You could roll some snake butt up against it, too. I mean...
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as oxygen can get through and a gug with compression cannot, we can fast forward.
Yeah, I'm definitely sure that I have enough ability to manipulate the stone that I can open it up enough for everyone to enter and then close it just enough that there's like enough of an opening that like air can enter, but a gug would not be able to pass through.
Okay, I understand. In that case, that is where we will call it for tonight. Thank you guys so much for hanging out and watching. Thank you to Adam Spain of the Inn of Planar Crossroads for coming and hanging out with us. I think Kane said he had one more thing.
One more thing, I don't have to sleep, remember, so I'll watch guard.
Plants are sweet.
Snake doesn't have to sleep either.
Again, he can watch the entire shift. He doesn't need to
Constructs
sleep.
and dragons and plants don't need to sleep. Make sure to hit up our giveaways. One of them ends in 3 days. Had to count on my fingers because I'm that guy. The other one ends soon. Be sure to like and subscribe for more videos. I'll try to kill these guys again next time. Say bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
There it is.
We're dying?